No, let me stop.
Wait, what?
Well, then that could be interpreted in many ways.
Yeah, you know what? That can be interpreted in like many ways.
Many ways.
Oh, y'all nasty. I was talking about she was taking off my socks, trying to go for my toes. Well, let me stop.
You just made it worse.
And Abaddon, if you don't stop leaking those damn dad joke things on Twitter,
Listen.
bro, if I don't stop seeing those damn dad jokes on my timeline, I'm coming for you. All right?
Yo, those joints are hilarious.
No, they're not.
Those joints are hilarious.
Everybody who's on TikTok is a degenerate platform. That's all I gotta say.
No, I like TikTok.
No, TikTok is a degenerate platform.
Yo, Kev is hilarious, man. Kev is hilarious.
TikTok is a degenerate platform, dude.
Nah, you cannot tell me that Mario one wasn't funny.
Which one?
The Mario one.
The dad
when he
joke?
said, yeah, the dad joke, the Mario one.
Because of your damn dad joke spamming, I didn't see all the dad jokes, so you put so many. I was about ready to mute you. No, I'm just messing with you.
Said he was going mute.
I'm just messing with you. But they're actually pretty funny. What's up, everybody? OJ here. Welcome back to the African American podcast.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wait, hold on. Wait.
Black cast. Black cast.
Yeah, it's Black History Month.
It is Black History Month. We don't need Jordan or VC.
Yo, listen,
do
man.
it ourselves.
Oh, hey, check the DM, OJ. It's finna get real Black History Month in here, man.
Really? There's no other black people, right? Oh. She's not. What are you talking about? She's not black.
I
thought she was mixed, though.
Technically.
Is she mixed?
Technically.
I was under the impression. My bad. I don't want to take her nationality away. I thought she was mixed.
Let her say it.
I don't think she. Puerto Rican, I think maybe. I don't know. I never asked her.
Hey, man.
I thought she was Latino and black. That's what I thought.
That's what I thought.
So my bad, then.
Oh man. Anyway, it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
This is literally.
So Destiny's going to be joining us in a little bit. VC will be joining us in a little bit. It seems maybe, potentially.
Whatever you gotta do, don't put me in the middle.
It's like it's four squares.
It's automatic, ain't it?
And it's automatic. I can't do anything about it anyway.
That's Discord rules. It does what it wants.
Discord does. It's like next thing. It's like pay for
Discord
Nitro to customize your video hangouts layout. That's what they're gonna make us do next.
Forget Discord's whack.
Well, we don't have many other options, Brody.
I know.
All right.
I know.
We don't have any other options. You know, I was speaking of Brody. For some reason, Bear, you remind me of Russell Westbrook. I don't know why, but you
why?
Do. I don't know, but you just do. I don't know why. You guys don't. You guys kind of look
because we both great. Really. Oh, because I look like I'm a little bit.
You kinda, but not really.
I think because we have strong features. He has strong features.
Yeah, the facial.
Every time this is funny. I was just a little side story. Every time I go to the African store, every time I walk in, the cashiers always say the same thing.
Then you look like Russell Westbrook.
You got very strong features. You must be from Nigeria. I'm like, no, I was born in New York. I don't know nothing about none of that.
maybe distant ancestors. I don't know.
Yeah, they always claim I'm Nigerian. I'm like, what are y'all? You know what I'm talking about.
No, I know.
Girl,
I was
your
just
girl from over there, so
I was just there. I was just there. So I mean, yeah, maybe I can see why somebody would say that to you. But I mean, it's not like there's that big of a. I mean, like obviously people from Nigeria, obviously tons of immigration from all the way even back then. So I mean, distant relatives, whatever. I mean, I could. Yeah. If you went there, I don't think people would be looking at you like, oh, look at this American. You know, like I don't think that'd be anything. You know,
I might be a prince. Let me go look up that bloodline.
Listen.
Let me go look up on Ancestry.com.
OJ, see. I'm glad you had a good experience when you was down there because when I was down there, man, maybe it was the locks. Yo, I had so many people mean mugging me, dog. I thought I was about to fight while over there.
It was because of your hair.
Yeah, okay, I knew it. Because literally, like
it was 100% because of your hair.
100, like on everything. I was not comfortable. I get out the car, like they have no shame looking at you.
What were you wearing?
Let's see.
I
know I
told
had
you
on
not to
black
wear
jeans.
those Daisy Dupes out there, man.
Nah, I literally,
That you in.
literally, I had on. I know I had black jeans on. Probably just a gray T-shirt, and I was
First
walking,
of all,
and
wearing
then.
black jeans and that's like a heat trap. That's first of all. What would you do? That's why they were looking at you. It's like, why are you wearing black jeans there?
But literally, you got people across the street looking at me. People from sitting on the side of the store looking at me. People off the balcony looking down at me.
What part of Nigeria, if you don't mind me
I
asking?
was in Warri.
Okay, yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
If you were like in Lagos,
Yeah.
or if you're like in the country, like
Yeah, see, I was in Lagos. I was cool. I went to the fast food joint, got some food.
Yeah,
no attention.
Lagos is cool. I'm
But when I was like, okay, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to get out of here, because if I fight, it's gonna be their word against mine. I'm gonna lose. I'm the American.
You definitely just want to stay out of fighting, just in general. There.
Yeah, you do.
I would run more than I would fight.
Hey, man, you see how they fight? It ain't gonna be a fight like you thinking.
It is.
Oh, man. Shout outs to Matthew Hammond with $1, and he says Baron's highlight reel was awesome. Yeah, that was a pretty cool highlight reel, Baron.
I did watch
Oh,
it.
appreciate it. You know, I am a beast at everything I do.
No, it was a good highlight reel. I'll admit, like it was pretty good. I liked that.
You like my song choice? I knew that was gonna be controversial.
Yeah, I think the song choice was.
Well, let me go watch this.
I would have went with some
that's
type of like Legend of Zelda like rap, you know. But that's what I would have.
No, wait, where's the highlight reel at?
For everybody that doesn't know, I have a new vid up. It's a highlight reel of me doing my wrestling stuff, but I put it to one of my favorite tracks from a video game. So that's
where the hell is Vince McMahon at? We gotta storm this man. What is he waiting? Like, what are they waiting for? That's what I want to know.
You gotta understand this.
Wait for XFL to pop off. That's what
we in a clout era, so
you got to get those followers up, then, right?
that's right, and you know that's all it's about at this point in time. So.
Call Cody.
I feel you. I see you though.
He obviously looking for talent. Call Cody.
There's so many wrestlers out there, though, man. It's tough.
I know him, so I mean I don't have to call him. I know he knows me.
Well,
so
we'll see. Future's looking good for you, man. Let me introduce my my panel here. To my left is Avedon. Avedon, how you doing today, my man?
I am doing fantastic editing. You know, never sleep.
That's fun.
But I'm alive.
You're alive. That's good. And above him is Shadow Fox. Shadow Fox, how you doing today, my man?
You know, stepped in the game. Yeah, doing video games, playing that thing that's supposed to be like Symphony of the Night and
Bloodstained Ritual of the Night?
a video on Xbox One. Well, not Xbox One, Xbox Series X.
Oh, you're playing Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. Is that what game that you're talking
Yes.
about? Okay, cool. Sounds good. And my man, Baron, how you doing tonight, man?
I'm doing good. You know what I mean? It's been a crazy day. You know, I've been reading all types of stuff. You know, we had a 53-year-old legend win a world title. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It was crazy today. So it was crazy, man. You know, I'm ready to talk about Sony and their finesse, the ultimate finesse move they pulled.
The ultimate finesse move.
The ultimate finesse.
What are you talking about, bro?
You know what I'm talking about.
No, I don't know what you're talking
You
about.
know what I'm talking about. And if Destiny, if you watching, check out my highlight reel before you hop in here.
Oh my God.
What? No, she's a wrestling fan.
I know. Yeah, it's Mandy's a wrestling fan too. Did you know? You tell her to watch.
Oh, Mandy was one of the first ones to to watch the video. So shout out to Mandy.
Shout outs to Mandy. Mandy, where you at? No, I was actually watching the stream. She's doing good. All right, so we're gonna move on to some topics here, peeps. We got the Xbox Series X specs being released. Yo, this thing's kind of a beast.
Hype.
It's kind of a beast. I can already see Shadow Fox is like,
Oh, no.
Shadow.
See, I saw your video. I watched your video on
listen. I think it's pretty good. The Xbox Series X is looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. I'll admit, like I'm, I like what they're doing. Let me go over the specs for you guys. So, 12 teraflops of power for this one. Custom RDNA2 and Zen 2 processor. Variable rate shading, hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, Shadow Fox's favorite feature. Custom built SSD. Quick resume for multiple games. Fantastic feature. Love that. Dynamic latency input. HDMI 2.1. Auto low latency mode. Variable refresh rate. 120. I don't know what that was. What's going on here? 120 frames per second support. And play thousands of games across 4 generations that look and feel better than ever. Smart delivery guarantees you're playing the best version of your game for your Xbox. So those are all of the stat line for it. So I'll let Shadow Fox go. Shadow Fox, when you first saw this, what was your thoughts on these specs for the Xbox Series X that's supposed to be launching this fall?
So the first thing is first, I was wondering why they were repeating themselves because Zen 2 and 12 teraflops was, I believe that was revealed a while back when they first launched the console, and they put out speeds and feeds on their site a little bit after they showed it at the Game Awards, I believe. So I'm wondering why they're reiterating this again, as if that was something that nobody wasn't aware of. I guess what they're confirming more than anything else is that, hey, we are doing the SSD built into the GPU thing that Sony's doing with their console, which I guess is okay, and they're confirming that they're doing ray tracing. They're inventing a new API for DirectX that supports ray tracing, which is a big deal because that was never a thing on the Windows side of things. So you just had to deal with whatever implementation that NVIDIA had. My only thing about that is ray tracing right now is a buzzword. It's not the real thing because we've talked about this. I've talked about this on and on. The full scene is not being ray traced. They're not ray cast throughout the entire scene that you're seeing. Basically, they're coming up with an approximation of what it would look like if the scene was ray traced, but all the ray trace paths are how can I say this? They're assumed. They would do a forward calculation and say, hey, if this calculation was accurate throughout this entire scene, could we replicate it? Blah, 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 blah. So it won't work too well with water in the scene. It won't work too well with anything that with a lot of diffusion or a clear prism or anything like that. So you'll see what they'll have to do is pick. So do you want a ray trace character? Do you want a ray trace surface that you're going to walk around? Or do you want a ray trace environment where you have like light diffusion and stuff like that peeking through the clouds? But everything all at one time is not going to happen. So that's kind of what tipped me off from there. But what I am impressed by is what you pointed out as well was the not only that there'll be more instant resume from pause because it didn't work at all really for my Xbox One. A lot of people said that it worked for theirs, but for day one, I have been updating this feature over and over again, and it did not work. Game capture still does not work well on my Xbox One.
What do you have, a VCR Xbox?
Yes, watch.
See, that's probably
mine's work. I have the old one. Mine's work.
Maybe
and I've seen people say theirs works, but mine
definitely works because I was playing Code Vein, and anytime I'll just quit out. I'll just quit out. I'll be what I usually do is alternate between what's that show? Forensic Files and Code Vein. And I can alternate between them. Then I can finish off watching Forensic Files, turn off the system, then resume right back where I was at with my. But I have an Xbox One X. But I know it worked on my Xbox One S too. I don't have my VCR Xbox anymore though.
The old school Xbox, it appears to be like game to game. It worked kind of well for me in the Tomb Raider reboot. But towards the end of the game, it didn't work at all. Like I would come back from resume and fall through the floor towards the end of the game. Yeah. Or it just wouldn't come back up at all. So it seems like it's title to title. It worked really well in Sunset Overdrive. but obviously it doesn't work in Killer Instinct because Killer Instinct is always online, always trying to check. So obviously it doesn't work too well for that game.
Who's this? Whose man's is this? Destiny.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I was trying to pull up everything because my computer likes to just randomly sign me out of everything.
That's good. That's a good feature.
And I'm in the middle again.
Destiny, how you doing today? Welcome back to the podcast.
What's up? I'm here because the virtual boy needs some respect put on its name.
Destiny wants to. Destiny
yes,
is
it
only
Lord.
here
Yes,
when there's a
it does.
topic that interests her. Okay, guys. So I got to make sure that I pick something that interests Destiny, and then she shows up. A wild Destiny appears whenever we start talking about. All I did was diss the virtual boy. She would have never came here if I didn't diss the virtual boy on my stream.
That's not it. Thursdays are like the most random days. I'm normally free on the weekends, but.
I am going to start dissing more things that Destiny likes. I'm gonna start.
We watch your streams and everything, and you were talking about the N64, and then you came at the virtual boy, and the virtual boy needed some respect put on its name.
So Destiny is here to put some respect on virtual boy's name.
I mean,
it was dark days, but it was still fun.
I mean, you did come for the N64's neck too, man. I appreciate that.
See, that's the thing. Destiny, she likes the virtual boy so much. She likes the games because she went blind from playing
She's
them.
about to go get it.
You know what I'm saying? She went blind from playing them, so she can't. She doesn't really know what good games are anymore. You know what I'm saying? After she went blind.
She about to go grab it.
Here we go.
Let me tell you something.
She got it. She got it.
The virtual boy. You have to think about when the virtual boy came out and what it was doing for its time. This was the first VR. If it wasn't for this, Nintendo wouldn't have had any of the systems after this.
You were like 2 years old, Destiny. You were like 2 years old, Destiny.
Dang. That'll be a story.
Destiny, you were like 2. Okay, so let's just be real here.
I think she's saying if it weren't for that, you wouldn't have 3D Land.
Obviously, you haven't checked famous birthdays. I am 53 or 52 on there.
That's what's happening now.
So
I mean, OJ, you are 45, so
I'm turning 46 this year.
See, so yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just saying, like, I mean, people out here, you repping the virtual. Okay, so Destiny, we'll get back to the Xbox Series X. So Destiny, you repping the virtual boy. So how are you gonna sit here and defend red video games? Like, video games are red. Like, how are you gonna sit here and tell me this is what we want to play? Go ahead.
It's red for when its time came out, but with all of the technology we have today, you can get bam. This is a consoleized virtual boy that has 2 buttons on it, so you can change the color of the virtual boy, and it's not black and red anymore. You can change it to black and blue, black and purple, black and yellow, any color. Right here,
black
boom.
and yellow, black and yellow.
That was the ugliest thing that I've ever seen. That looks like a rejected Spawn Tech Wave. Rejected item from Tech Wave. That looks like a rejected item that John did from Tech Wave somehow.
Or if you like it this way, this is also modded so that you can take the wire from here and put it into your TV or your desktop and play it on the monitor and stream it.
But you're talking about stuff that's not even included in the original Virtual Boy. Is that fair, Destiny?
Life ain't fair.
You know, if I mod in my 64, I can get the graphics to look a lot better and run faster.
No, you can't. Many people. That's why we haven't had an N64 Classic come, because it's so hard to make the N64 graphics better than what they are. That's why even with the things they've made, like the pieces, so that you can have it HDMI modded, it's still not great. You can get it to look somewhat presentable on a modern TV, but it's not going to look as best as this does or any other console.
So is that your favorite console, Destiny? The Virtual?
No, the N64 is.
Okay, but I'm a little like, because I know Joey came on and he talked about it too, about the N64. Was he dissing the N64 when he talked?
He doesn't like the N64 now.
He was dissing that. I'm pretty sure, because he said there was only 247 games for the N64.
And I told him he was wrong. There's 296, not including variant covers.
Destiny with the slap. Okay. So nearly 300 games.
She hit it with the facts.
She hit him with the facts. She was like, "How dare you?"
And that's only what's in the North American collection, not the worldwide either. So,
okay. Well, we got a couple people that want to chime in on this, Destiny. So Matthew Hammond donated $1 and he says, "Stop hating because you don't have something as cool as a modded Virtual Boy." Okay, so I need to buy a modded Virtual Boy in order to talk about something, if I like it or not like it. Juice Man Vaughn donated $5 and says, "Destiny is the only Virtual Boy fan I've ever seen in America."
I'm a Virtual Boy fan. I'm down with the red.
Down with the red. That's why you wear those sunglasses right now, bro. Your eyesight.
Look, 1995 was a long time ago.
I've
been hurt for a real long time.
I'm telling you, the Virtual Boy is a public health hazard. You should not play the Virtual Boy at all. Your eyes are gonna get all jacked up.
I played the Virtual Boy the regular way.
Yep.
It depends on you personally, because I've talked to people who have had the experience where it's given them headaches and they said it hurts their eyes. But I've played it personally and I haven't had that experience. And I've also played it both ways, that way and on a monitor.
Yep.
Okay, well, we'll see what happens in the future.
What's your favorite game?
You say your eyes are fine right now.
Destiny?
Well, Destiny, good to have you back on the podcast. It's been, I think, about a month or so. So good to have you back on. We're talking about the Xbox Series X. I don't know if you're into Xbox at all, Destiny, but we're talking about the Series X.
She's like, this is where I make my exit.
Yeah, she's like exit stage left. You know,
it's not that. I'm not the biggest Xbox fan, but I've decided that with the Series X, I'll give it a try.
You'll give
Listen, you see Microsoft creating miracles out here. Microsoft is converting everybody back to their side. It's a beautiful day and time.
Listen, everybody could make changes. You know, I always dissed the Vita. I now own a Vita.
Yeah.
So you know what? I can't talk about the Vita no more.
Disgusting.
A very cool person that I'm pretty sure Destiny knows very well says people who defend the N64 are the same people who love WCW over WWF.
Whoa.
Wow, hold on. Wait.
Who said that?
Wait a second.
Destiny, who said that?
Hold on. In what year WCW?
No, who said that? You should point him out right now.
I didn't even see it, honestly.
That was Joey NYC with that $10.
You know what? Time him out right now out of the chat. That is offensive.
Joey's a mod. I can't time out a mod. Otherwise,
time him out. You don't say stuff like that.
Wait, Joey, is he a mod? Joey, type in the chat so I can make sure that you're a mod. I just want to make sure so nobody can time you out.
Put him on punishment for saying something so ridiculous.
He's just a hater of the N64 completely because he's one of those. Am I allowed to curse here?
Sure.
Yeah, go ahead.
Xbox fuck boys.
Wow.
Damn, shots fired.
I'm gonna get me some tea.
I wasn't expecting her to say that, so that was awesome.
Joey about to be sleeping on the couch tonight. Calm down, Destiny.
Damn.
Jesus Christ. Just got
He said Xbox fuck boys. Good God.
Well, I'll say this. I don't think he's that. Thank you for the $10 donation, Joey. I do not put you in that category at all. I do not agree with my good friend Destiny. I do not agree with that at all. But everybody's entitled to their opinion. So I'm
PlayStation Nation.
I'm not gonna censor her.
Lord.
But yo, WCW was cool. I like WCW. It was cool.
WCW was definitely cool.
It was.
Towards the end of the
that don't count. I'm talking about
NWO.
WCW in his prime.
You said that don't count.
All that shenanigans with David Arquette and all that don't count.
You didn't let me finish.
So you're a pre-Eric Bischoff fan.
We're not gonna talk about Wolfpack.
I mean Russo, not Bischoff.
Well, Wolfpack was great.
No, before Bischoff was even there.
Oh, I mean, they was still kind of like territorial back then because they were still kind of connected to NWA back then.
Here's the thing, though. I think Joey just likes playing games in over 20 frames per second, and the N64 just had trouble, achieving that.
It doesn't matter because those PlayStation games look like bathroom tiles. So what's the difference? You was looking at bathroom tiles. I could not stand looking at that. I don't know how people played some of those games.
They didn't have interpolation at all in those games, so you just see textures just pop all over.
It was just textile textures everywhere. It's like bathroom tile. It was like, come on, bro. Why don't we look at that all the time?
Moves around. It goes,
That thing,
Listen, okay.
Tomb Raider to me was one of the ugliest games I've ever seen in my life.
Tomb Raider was a horrible game. It's just it was a horrible. The original Tomb Raider is a horrible game, but it was innovative in certain ways. It was innovative for the
ugly as hell, dog.
Y'all can't talk about the creative character though in No Mercy. That was still one of the greatest creative characters of all time.
All the wrestling games were great.
All of them was good back then.
All of them were great until it got to 2000s and we got this bullshit with 2K 2020 where the wrestlers hack in the ring.
WrestleMania 2000 was good. WrestleMania 2000 was good.
Whoa, let's talk about breaks.
When it started beginning the whole 2K this, 2K that.
Oh, the 2K.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, like SmackDown versus Raw type of thing. I get you.
No. Don't talk about SmackDown versus Raw.
No, SmackDown versus 2K. Like that's when it started. Like the 2K started in SmackDown versus Raw. That's what she's talking about.
SmackDown Raw.
That came out in 06.
SmackDown versus Raw was still good. It was
that came out in 06. That came out in 06, if I'm not mistaken, right? The original SmackDown versus Raw.
No, that
might have been. That wasn't 90s. Not SmackDown versus Raw.
No, SmackDown versus Raw was in 90s.
Oh,
that was definitely 2000s.
Versus Raw was not in the 90s, y'all.
That was not 90s.
Y'all forgot what SmackDown.
It was 07. Okay, I knew it was close. I knew it was either 06 or 07. That's why I was asking.
No, these were good. It was after. When did they start doing the 2K?
SmackDown versus Raw was 04
when they took it over.
It had to be because the last one is SmackDown versus Raw is 2K 2011. So I'm probably like 12, 13.
Okay, so the teens, the 10s. Okay, yeah. I stopped gaming wrestling back then. At that point, so you're right.
Well, what about the Xbox Series X wrestling games? Let's talk about those with the specs of the Xbox Series X. Let's go and get Baron's thoughts because Baron is an Xbox fan.
It was just SmackDown. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think this is beautiful. You know what I mean? I think it's beautiful simply because I just like. Yeah, that's what you was talking about. That was definitely not. That was not the 90s though. But anyway, Xbox Series X. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful because now I can troll Sony fans. You know what I mean? Because all I heard was teraflop this, teraflop that for the last 7 months, and now they got teraflopped today. So it's a beautiful thing for me. And plus, I'm really excited. On a serious note, I'm really excited to see what Microsoft going to do with their new studios. They seem to be on the right track, and yes, Dead Reckoning 2 was the GOAT. And
yes, it still is.
It still is some of the best character models ever in a video game, ever. So, but anyway, but yeah, Microsoft seemed to be on their P's and Q's, man. While Sony is, the ultimate finesser and running and hiding and pulling out.
Why do you think Sony's the ultimate finesser, which is Destiny's
because
big fan? So
they're finessing the current state of what's in the news out of not providing people with information. So that's why I call them the ultimate finesser, man. They should be in at a convention this weekend that's going on that a lot of people are at right now, but they're not there. The GDC situation, it changed, but then Microsoft came up with an alternative. What did Sony do? Say, we're just not going to do anything. So they're finessing their way with what's happening right now to buy themselves more time. It's really ridiculous, if you ask me. We should be knowing more about the PS5 by this point. I don't know how you let Microsoft beat you to the punch at every point, but that's what they're letting them do.
I'm still worried either way, though, because Nintendo will launch a console and they'll give you like a year head start to say, hey, look, we're working on a new console. Then, and then the fall, right before the fall where the console is about to come out, you pretty much know what all the launch games are.
Pretty much.
What are we going to be playing on Series X and what are we going to be playing on PS5 at launch?
Well, we know what we're playing on Series X.
Well, Series X, you have all the good thing about Series X is You have all the previous games backwards compatible with steadier frame rates and improved
That's
resolution.
also the bad thing.
How's that a bad?
That's a good thing.
Huh?
Well, you
how's
know,
that a bad thing? But how's that? Hold on. How's that a bad thing? Because literally, what other than the PS2, like that could still do that? Like the first edition PS3, yeah. Other than that generation of consoles, what consoles were doing that? Even from last gen or 2 gens, like even the Switch wasn't doing that. That's
PS3 did it.
We did though.
PS3, Wii U do that?
We did that. But
the PS3. Okay, no, this is all generations of the Xbox.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the PS3 is the only somewhat modern system to play every single.
And that wasn't even all models. That wasn't even all models.
The launch models of the PS3 played PS1 and PS2 games. Then they stripped that feature out
because it was too expensive.
Yeah, the emotion chip.
Because you literally had an entire PS2 inside of the PS3.
Exactly, and that's what I'm getting at with this. It's like, this if you all they need is one exclusive. That's all they need. One exclusive, and everybody could play all of their other games in previous games, and people still play their old games. Like people are. Like right now, I can guarantee you go down the list of people who have an Xbox right now in this chat right now. How many people finished their backlogs? Almost none of them are going to say nothing. They finished their backlogs. So people are still going to have games to play.
Well, what would be the point of buying the hardware then if there is no reason to upgrade? I could just play that on my launch Xbox One right now.
Of course, definitely.
I think the whole
can I say something about this? We do this every generation, and history repeats itself every damn time.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear people say stuff Shadow Fox is saying, and I hear people say stuff that Abaddon is saying. But what happens every damn time these consoles come out?
People buy them.
These people buy the new consoles to play the games that are already cross-gen on a console they just own. So it's like, I don't even know why we're doing this again. But the fact that Halo Infinite is coming out the same day and date as the Xbox Series X is going to be a major thing.
That's all they need, because
if people keep underestimating that, I'm telling you, that's going to be a major thing.
To support your point, Baron. The reason why I said that's all they need, because all Nintendo had was Breath of the Wild,
which was a cross-gen title, but everybody bought it on Switch.
Exactly. So that's my point. It's like all they need is literally one great launch game that's a classic hitter. That's all they need, and they're good. They're going to be good. If they just consistently come out with games throughout the year in a span of 365 days, they're going to be good. Because people are going to get on the bandwagon towards the mid, I'll say about 6 months into the console's lifespan. Then you're going to see a lot more people dive into the Series X.
It's just a hard sell though, because you go into the store to buy this thing, and they're like,
they're going back and forth. I'm just waiting because they were talking about like, oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish your thought.
Destiny, finish.
I'll jump in after.
Destiny, go ahead, man.
Go ahead, Destiny.
Because you guys were talking about Sony not going to PAX and bringing anything to PAX. It's like, what are they going to bring right now? They were talking about they're trying to figure out how to make the console cheaper, but with all the materials they're trying to have in the console, it's not going to end up being cheaper. And the Xbox Series X might already have the upper hand, because right now Sony's talking about they can't make it cheaper than like what last read like 370, 470, something around there.
And 400, I think that's what it's cost. Or right now it's costing about 450 for the parts, apparently.
Yeah.
So it's like caught their pants down last generation, because they could have held the L. They could have sold the Xbox One at $400. They could afford it, and they could probably do it again this time. Regarding depends on whether or not Nadella doesn't want to kill the entire brand, but I mean they could undercut the PlayStation 5 again if they wanted to.
What it comes down to, I think, really with all of them is what's going to be the cheapest.
I think you're right on that, but I'm telling you,
I haven't afford that though.
No, what I'm telling you, I have a feeling Microsoft is not going to have their system higher than Sony's.
Well, obviously.
Oh, no. I know they're not.
Because that was their fault last time. But the thing that Sony was like, in an article I was reading when they were talking about the issues they were having, is the company's kind of at like a standstill, where it's like half of them are like they want to take the loss and just feed off of their other stuff, and then the other half is like, no, they want to see the profits. So it's like, regardless, whatever they price it at, if it's not next to what the series is going to be or cheaper,
Hey, you. I want to shake your
then
hand.
the Series X is going to do better.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with Destiny. I feel like they're in a better race right now, to profit more with the Series X, because the Series X is right now Xbox from last generation to this generation. They've been focusing on more so cultivating a stronger community of gamers. Even though they got talked about for not having exclusives or whatnot. One thing I can say about Xbox, they have the best online experience
They do.
out of all platforms, and that is the future of
That's been
that.
since 2002.
That's the future of gaming. The future of gaming. It's like long are the days where it's like it's a norm to have your friends over on the couch. You're playing video games together. The new norm is online gaming, and Xbox has been ahead of the curve, and they stayed ahead of the curve for quite a while now. So with them moving forward with the Series X, when I'm looking at these specs are it's a powerhouse. Don't get me wrong, but a lot of these features are more. It looks like Microsoft listened to their community, and I think that's what's going to be their biggest sell. They listen to their community when it comes to this product. And to answer your question, Shadow Fox, that's the sell on it. They listen to the community. So the community who trusted Xbox, they are going to buy this. And that's who Microsoft is relying on for those initial sales. The people who actually trust in their vision to get everybody else to get on board, just like Nintendo did that with the Switch. The people who are diehard Nintendo fans and trust in Nintendo's vision and jumped on the board on boat early with the Switch. That's what's going to happen with Xbox Series X that I see.
I do want to mention real quick. Also, Van City is making sure that he's pointing this out in the chat. There is going to be a second model of the Xbox.
Yeah.
New Xbox. It's going to be like the Series S. That's what I'm anticipating the name to be. It's going to be called Xbox Series S.
So what information do we have on that makes that
there is a number of people who actually got the Xbox Series X in terms of teraflops and power and what that was going to be. The people who sourced that, and before we knew about it officially, they have talked about this Lockhart console. I mean, it's been the type of sources that are out there for it. There's definitely a second cheaper priced next Xbox that's will be revealed at some point.
So
I just don't get it. I don't get
models. You had Anaconda and you had Lockhart. Anaconda is Series X, so Lockhart is still around.
Yeah. Lockhart is going to be I would say it's going to be like an Xbox One X, maybe a little bit more powerful than that, maybe somewhere around that, maybe even weaker. I'm not sure. More modern,
okay,
but less teraflops, but more modern. So maybe it's better. Maybe the CPU's improved, but I mean, I'm not exactly sure where that's going to fall in range. But
that's one
of budget system.
That's what I'm asking, because what's the teraflops on the Xbox Series? I mean, the Xbox One X.
6 teraflops.
So, I mean, I don't see how you release a console in between that. Like, it's like, there's no point.
Well, it'll be a little bit different, too, because Lockhart, regardless of what teraflops it would be of a completely different architecture. It would be the same architecture as Anaconda. So, the teraflops...
Yeah, it won't be x86. It'll be what...
Yeah, kind of like the
teraflops. I think that's just...
Consoles you can't really compare them either. But.
So, what are they going to call that, then?
Xbox Series S.
I'm sorry. That's a disaster in marketing. I'm sorry.
Xbox
it's too
One
much.
S, Xbox One X. They already do it now.
It's like, come on, bro. It's already hard to say Series X as it is, and now we're going to put another one in it. Like, come on. I don't think that's happening. I feel like that console is not happening.
Sony is literally naming their consoles one number at a time.
But it keeps it classy. It still changes the name. Xbox is trying to get complicated, but then again, Xbox is what it seems like Xbox is trying to build is more than just a console. They're trying to build something bigger than that.
Yeah, they're slowly moving towards the cloud. That their goal is.
Oh Lord, the cloud.
Per their president, everything has an N in Azure. That's what's going to happen. That.
We didn't get enough
consoles it take. That's where all their games are going. They're going to Project X Cloud / Azure.
We didn't get enough of talking about the power of the cloud yet.
Nope, they're still gonna do it because that's where their president came from. He came from the cloud division.
Well, I'm pretty sure. I think Destiny's a huge Stadia fan, so Destiny can talk to us a little bit more about the cloud,
Jesus
right?
Lord.
Destiny.
I didn't even buy a Stadia.
You're not a huge. I mean, you like the Virtual Boy, so I thought you liked other crappy platforms and stuff too. So I guess I just anticipated.
The Virtual Boy is not crappy, okay?
I know it's the greatest Nintendo system of all time.
It's not the greatest either. It's just not as bad as people try to make it out to be.
Well,
You got to think about these things. The Virtual Boy, Rob, the Power Gloves. These were not the best. They didn't work the best, no.
I know.
But you have to think about where Nintendo was, the time Nintendo was doing this and where their head was at the time. They were trying to make things happen,
Okay.
but they didn't have the technology for it at the time. Now, I feel like if they would have taken another chance and redid something like the Virtual Boy, not the Labo's version of bull crap they did, but
Labo?
actually do something.
You like Labo?
No, I don't like Labo. If they actually took the time to like redo the Virtual Boy and something the way Sony has their VR, they would do something a lot better. It would be a lot better. And there's so many good Virtual Boy games.
Is there? How many Virtual
Yes.
Boy games are there total?
Man, Red Alarm is pretty
22.
good.
There's 22 worldwide.
Wait, you just
Not
you just said
including-
there's so many good Virtual Boy games. How many games are there? 22. Wait a minute. Hold up.
Well, that's because they didn't sell great. But actually,
How is
people.
there so many good games when
Well,
there's
there's-
only 22 games on the
there's-
system?
There's also homebrew games.
Okay. Homebrew. Homebrew
There's
red and black homebrew games? Is that what you're saying?
Yes. There's Hyper Fight, which is Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
They have Space Invaders, which is one of the Japanese games. They have Mario Kart. Some other homebrew games that are pretty hard to find, but
Mario
And
Kart,
they
also
even-
there.
it looks weird. I've seen it looks weird. But yeah, and you can make homebrew games for the games, and they can put out more games. Like Wario Land was really good on the Virtual Boy. There's fucking shit. I'm gonna have to turn around.
Do you have that tennis game? The tennis game is pretty good, right?
I do, yeah. The tennis game is really good too. In red, they don't all look the best, but if you change the color so you can actually see things.
What do you think? While we have you here, Destiny, for this one, what do you think was the reason why they went with red?
I have no idea. I don't know.
Okay.
I think VC on his way.
I just remember playing the Virtual Boy back in the day, and like
You know,
being
it's-
excited, and then I went there and my eyes, I felt like I was about to turn into Cyclops for just like
It's just been
like-
so long since you played the Virtual Boy. You just have like that one bad memory. You gotta give it another chance.
I played it a couple. I actually played it a couple times. We had this. My name is actually from. There was a mom and pop shop called Player One, and that's partly. I used to hang out there. It was in the center of town, so all the kids from all the different schools would come there, and we would all play. We would put our money together, and we'd play Smash Brothers, or we would play Resident Evil. Because they'd only charge us like $1 or $2 to play for like an hour. So we'd all kind of put our pennies and quarters together and play games. And like they had a Virtual Boy there, and I'm like, oh yeah, Virtual Boy. And we were playing. We're like, dude, my eyes hurt. Like everybody was just saying this is trash. Like every single time, and we tried to like it because it looked cool at the time. It was futuristic. So I'm gonna put you guys in that time period because I was alive then, and I was like, I was gaming and everything, and everybody thought it was cool at first. We all wanted to like Virtual Boy. Everybody back then wanted to like it. Yeah, it's got a bad rap now, but back then we were literally trying to like it. People were saying that this thing was
Yeah,
cool.
we're trying too hard.
Yeah,
you were
we
trying
trying
hard.
really hard to like this thing, and every single time it felt like my eyes were about to fall off. Every single time
See,
I got done
'cause-
playing.
Because you were trying to force it. You can't force it. You just have to let the Virtual
You gotta let
Boy-
it flow. You gotta let it
Exactly.
flow. You gotta accept it. Gotta be like, you gotta let your mind be like
You
water.
can't like. You gotta.
I was just playing it like normal. Like there was a picture Destiny on it's like Nintendo Power where a kid was like lying down in the grass, and I'm like, I want to be that kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he was playing the.
Are you are you the same person who watched The Wizard and was like, "Wow, the Power Glove"?
Right.
Man,
Yes, I did. When I was younger, yes, I did
it
watch
did not
the
work
Wizard,
like
Let me
Punch Out
tell
is
you.
advertised.
and I liked the Wonder Years, and I liked the Wizard, and I thought the Power
Bruh.
Glove was cool. Yes, I was.
Bruh,
that
the
kid.
Wonder Years is probably the
still
most
play good.
underrated show.
It is. It is.
It did not work as advertised. Even when you try to play Punch Out with it.
Oh my God!
Not
It does not play good at
It is.
all.
It does not. Like you look at it, you think it's the best thing in the world, And it's like, this is not that good.
I couldn't afford it back then. So I remember when people had the power. I remember I went to my friend's birthday party and he had the Power Glove there. And dude, we couldn't play anything. We just thought that we sucked at the games. That was trash. But we just
no, it was
thought that we
so
sucked.
bad.
But we all thought it was cool though. We all thought the Power Glove was cool back in the day. We all thought it was like sick.
I was trying to play a game on it, and oh my god, I'm just sitting in front of my monitor like,
Yeah.
just. It's not working. I'm like, oh my god.
Yo, Wii U motion controls 1.0.
Yeah.
The motion controls are.
We wouldn't have had the Wii U without this. You know,
the Wii's definitely better than that. I will say that it's definitely better than that.
It is much better.
Never heard of the Power Glove, yo. Shout outs to Matthew Hammond with another $1 donation. Thank you, Matthew. And he says Sony has something bad wrong going on at Team PlayStation. So Matthew thinks that there's something going on at Team PlayStation.
they're having a hard time trying to figure out how to cut costs on the PlayStation 5 or still have it come out, but at the same prices they're going to have as the Series X, and it's not working because half of them want and half of them don't. Half of them people don't want to, like corporate people don't want to take the loss on it.
Yeah. I think that's the biggest problem that they're dealing with. Destiny's definitely right on there, is getting the price down and getting it affordable, because people don't want. The thing about it is that people will spend $1,000 on one of these. You know what I'm saying?
1,000.
Yeah.
These phones are still 1,000.
Yeah, $1,000. This phone,
Yeah,
1,500.
$800 for a OnePlus. You know, they'll spend $800 to $900 for a OnePlus, or they'll spend
$700 for this.
yeah,
Well,
$1,500 for Samsung.
Well, because with phones, it's different. If you want a new phone, you can upgrade and just have like $20 added to your bill a month, and you get the new phone.
see,
Well, then it depends on how you get your phones. 'Cause I buy my
That's true.
phones. I buy my phones all the way out, so I actually own my phone.
well, most
Look,
people,
there's-
a lot of people don't do
Yeah.
that though. A lot of
Yeah.
people pay as they like. They'll put a down payment like $100,
Yeah.
and then they'll
They'll
just
pay
pay
even
as they
more.
go. And that's no problem for them. That's okay. That's easy. There's no interest on it if you pay it off in this like 36 months or whatever the case is. So a lot of people do that. But I think that's where we're going to see people actually incorporate with these new systems. I think we're going to see a pricing model where they spend like, I think Microsoft already has that, don't they? They already have like a trade-in program, and like you can spend like a layaway type of thing. They did that with a 360 too, by the way. Walmart had that back in the mid 2000s. You can put $50 down on an Xbox Xbox 360, and then just pay like $10 a month or something like that. So I think that we're gonna see that with these next gen systems. Like we're gonna see people start doing that. You pay like $100, or you pay like, you know, $50, and then you just pay monthly for these systems, because all the prices are starting to add on, because it's not just the Xbox, right? And you want Game Pass, you want Xbox Live, you want all these things with it. So it's just stacking the costs on top of the system being expensive. So I think we're gonna start seeing that a lot. Just pay as you go type of plans.
But it's how would they do it though?
7th Gen, Microsoft partnered with Comcast as well. They were trying to get you to do your cable subscription through them, and they would give you an Xbox. Matter of fact, I think it's still an option on Xbox site right now. So if you wanted an Xbox One or whatever, and you partner with whoever your video feed is in your area, they would send you the console, and then you subscribe to whatever the video service is, which is just absolutely crazy. But Microsoft is doing it with select partners. Go figure.
VC, my man, what's up? Welcome to the
VC. Thank you so
Sorry
much for taking out the middle.
delay. And thank you. I have no problem with proclaiming the middle, even though I'm not in the middle. I'm in the bottom.
I'm technically in the middle, but I'm not dead center of attention anymore.
All right. Well, whatever you say. I've been pretty good though. I actually had a great deal at GameStop today. I originally went to Best Buy to pick up Dreams, but they didn't have it, so they told me go next door to GameStop. I'm like, I had to go to GameStop. So I picked up Dreams there, but they had a deal going on since they were closing down the GameStop by me. I got 4 games for $10: Final Fantasy 15, Uncharted 4, Mafia 2, and the other one. Did I say Uncharted 4 already? Did I say that?
You did.
I said Final Fantasy 15, and then there's another game. But they're all like high quality games like that. I got them all for $10, which is insane. And aside from that, things were pretty good. I did a Darksiders Genesis review, and yeah, I'm just ready to discuss some topics.
Random question, real quick. Does
Yeah,
anyone else have like a Kmart where they live? Because I mentioned
Not
Kmart
anymore.
once, and people were
Not
like,
anymore.
"That still exists."
Yeah,
When I
it's
go
out of
back-
business. It's getting out of
When
business, yeah.
The one down here closed. When I go back up north, then it's up there. So yeah.
I have one that they're not going to close, but they're partnering with Sears, and basically you walk in there and they tell you order on Walmart.com. That's basically how bad it is right now. There's
the last one here is like closing, and I was like, oh, that sucks.
Yo, so many places are closing. Yo, who remembers wall bombs?
Wall bombs?
I'm the only one. I'm the only one.
Like an off-brand Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart. That sounds like ghetto.
That was before Walmart. That was before Walmart.
The fourth
Who
game was
remembers
Batman Arkham Knight, by the way. Batman Arkham Knight was the fourth
Nice.
game. So all those games for $10, like you can't go wrong.
I want to test y'all history. Who remembers Win Dixie?
Win Dixie
That still exists.
It's still around. You know where it is.
Win Dixie
It's a
used to dominate the
that's a South
South.
thing.
They used to dominate the South.
You
They
know this.
wiped them all out.
I don't know
No,
about
that's
Dixie.
still in Florida.
There's a Piggly Wiggly and a Win Dixie off the low.
Oh, Piggly Wiggly hanging on by a thread, dog.
Yo, speaking of South,
Maybe it's
yo,
the name Piggly Wiggly. I'm sorry, bro.
yo, Barry, you inspire me tomorrow. I'm gonna give you some cookout tomorrow. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. I'm getting cookout tomorrow.
You getting cookout tomorrow?
Yeah, I am.
Nah, I can't mess with cookout tomorrow.
Is it Piggly Wiggly? You getting Piggly?
What? I forgot you on the West Coast, so you don't know nothing about this East
Yeah,
Coast
you know
slang we
nothing
talking
about
right now.
Yeah, because I'm sane over here on the West Coast.
Same.
You're
That's what we call it.
insane. You're insane,
Y'all got names.
OJ.
I'm sorry, y'all got Piggly Wiggly.
You put
Okay?
donuts
I
in
wonder
the
why they're out of
fridge.
business.
You put donuts in the fridge.
I wonder why they're out of business. I'm sorry, okay? I wonder why they're out of business. Their name is Piggly Wiggly. Unless their mascot is like, I don't know, the big bad wolf. They can't really do nothing. Piggly Wiggly, come on. Man.
I've heard of Piggly Wiggly. I've never been to a Piggly Wiggly.
I've never been
but
to
I
it.
have been to a Winn-Dixie.
Yeah.
Did you say win Dix?
Win Dixie.
Winn-Dixie.
Oh.
Y'all don't have Win Dixie either? Golly.
No, I don't win
Yeah.
Dick. No, I don't.
What?
Yo,
Oh my God.
What is it?
I've been to Zaxby's though. Zaxby's is really good.
What kind of grocery store supermarkets do they have near you?
I don't know. They got
OJ?
some weird shit over
Well,
there.
I got Food
I just
Lion.
go to Walmart.
Whole
I got-
Foods. They bougie
I got-
over there.
I got Food Line, but back when I was in New York, what was it? Fine Fair and Seatown.
Okay.
So-
I'm in
Fair.
Foods.
Wait, is
Yeah.
Seatown still alive in New York? I ain't been.
Yes,
in
it
New York.
is. Yes, it
Yeah.
is. Yes, it is.
How
It's
is
still on my
Seatown
way.
Still surviving.
Stop
though?
and Shop.
It's still surviving on my way. I can tell you how it would have to be off the. It'll have to be off the air.
Oh, they running weight out of the back. Oh.
No.
I just go, dude. Walmart is it gives
I
you
love
everything
Walmart.
that you need.
Walmart is too expensive.
No, it's
No,
not.
it's not.
No, it's not.
Oh my God.
I don't
No,
trust getting
no.
food from Walmart.
Why would
No,
you not
listen.
trust getting food from Walmart?
Listen, love
You
Walmart.
don't know what
Listen,
happens.
listen,
The little kid picks
listen.
up an
Hear me
apple,
out.
goes, licks it, throws it
Dude,
back. You never know.
that's why you wash your apples when you get home, bro.
Okay,
What do you
if-
say?
if-
You
if
always
that's
watch
your
it.
logic,
Yeah,
no.
well, you always watch it.
Of course, you always clean your food when you get home. Of course, but I'm
You're
saying in
supposed to-
general.
Nasty.
You never know. You never know the kind of people that go to the WalMarts by you in Cali, weirdos.
But you're supposed to do that with all food. The same
All
way
foods,
with your
fruits,
clothes, you're
vegetables.
supposed to wash your
Yeah, you
clothes.
clean fruits, clean. Yeah, you gotta
Wait a
clean.
minute,
Of
hold
course,
up.
I know
Did you
that.
just
I-
say
Hold up.
Cali? You know I live in Central California with pretty much the most down to earth, basic country bumpkin people that live.
Country
I
bumpkin.
live in Central California, farming nation, Central Valley, where we grow grapes. And there's wine, and there's farming produce. Everybody here is really
There's
super chill
wine.
and
You're
down to earth.
stomping.
do me a
You're
favor.
stomping on these
We're not
fruits.
weirdos
Are you
here,
stomping on these fruits here?
OJ, do
Or
me a
what are you
favor
doing?
real quick.
You said wine. That's bougie.
Be more Akuma. Go ahead and make him a mod because Target is overrated as hell. I'm
Yeah.
glad somebody
Facts,
finally said
facts,
that.
Facts. Can
I
I
hate Target.
Can I mod him? Can I mod him?
He's not lying.
I can. So
Mod him just for saying that.
Yeah.
Target's definitely overrated. It's just like an expensive Walmart.
Yeah, Target's
I'm
expensive.
addicted to that popcorn, so that's the only reason
Yeah.
why.
But did you guys see the apples that I posted on Twitter?
I did.
They did.
Did
Yo,
that not
some
look? That is
beautiful
Central Valley apples right there, man. All day fresh, all day because we're always getting because they're like they're grown here or they're from Washington as well, and it's really close, so it doesn't take the guys long to get here in the trucks. Absolutely delicious look, and that's how the produce is here in Central California all the time. It's just
I mean, those apples did. Those apples was, they was looking A1. They was looking
Yeah.
thick.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you took that picture as if you're in a Whole Foods store.
That's Walmart though, man. That's what I'm saying. Like you guys said at Walmart's like you wouldn't shop at Walmart, but my Walmart.
I love
that's how it is.
Walmart. I go to whenever I go to Florida and I go to Walmart, I buy bunch of groceries, even if we're staying at a hotel, bunch of groceries. I'll go get clothes and shit. I stream from Walmart. I fucking love Walmart.
No, you don't love
Walmart.
I
was
love
streaming in Walmart once, and this lady approached me, and she was like, "Hey, you look like a very outgoing person. Do you want to come to our church?"
What?
It was so random.
You want to
I'm
come
like,
join our cult?
Random. That was random.
Like that's basically what they said.
Oh, wait! I can give props to Birdman shouting out Dollar Tree, the most underrated store. In the
Dollar
country.
Tree.
Dollar
Dollar
Tree
Tree
is
is
low.
low.
In the country.
Dollar Tree is
How to
low.
raise your money and waste your time, Dollar Tree, or raise your
What?
raise your blood pressure.
What is?
Raise your
What?
blood pressure and waste your time and your money.
Whoa,
Dollar Tree.
whoa! Hold up.
Because you're gonna buy a bunch of
Dollar
stupid
Tree have
candy.
some deals.
You're gonna buy a bunch of stupid candy. You're gonna buy a bunch of stupid things.
First
you
of
don't
all-
need. They're all $1.
First of all, I'll have you
The Animal
know,
Crossing
you can get good birthday settles from Dollar Tree.
Yup.
Yup.
Cars.
You get
And I'm gonna give a secret out for all the dudes out there.
Yeah.
Dollar Tree is your best friend on Valentine's Day.
Well, I don't know about Valentine's Day.
Destiny's
get
like
about-
no. Destiny's
Dog
like no.
class. $20. Dog class.
I'm
Chocolate is
investing on that
chocolate. I
one.
ain't grudging. Get me a large fries for Valentine's Day. I'll be happy.
Wow, you're down to. That's cool. That's how you know Destiny's down to earth. You know what I'm saying? I remember one year. I ain't gonna say the girl's name or who it was, but I remember I bought a girl that I was with. I bought her a big teddy bear, and I was like, yeah, I think she's really gonna like this. And she laughed at me. I brought it home, and she was like, oh, you brought me a teddy bear. This is stupid. I'm like, bro, I hate Valentine's Day.
That's not
I was
nice.
like, this always sucks ass.
Well, did you know if she had any beforehand? You should have saw the signs, maybe.
What?
Always check to see the signs.
Well, dude,
Whose man's is this?
That
That's that
teddy
whole
bear,
thing where we
bro.
gotta predict what people want.
I thought
Yeah,
she
I'm-
like it.
No.
Hey
Well, if
man,
she already
get
has
some
stuffed
food.
animals, it's like, oh, she already has stuffed animals. Buy her stuffed animals.
Nah,
And
just wait
someone's
till
like,
the day
oh,
after
she has lots of
Valentine's
jewelry.
Day.
Buy jewelry. Or,
oh man, I
lots of
racked up on all that
Yep.
Valentine's Day
Catch them
candy
deals.
at Kroger
Hey.
the next day. Oh my god.
Hey, the last two
You
Valentine's
get
Days,
all
I've
the
been
candy
clean,
on
slate,
sale.
nothing to do.
Oh my god, the
I'm
candy
glad.
was like
So-
$1 and some change, boy.
OJ, since you're not near the major city then, right? So you could probably actually go somewhere on Valentine's.
I'm
Yeah,
about
I
2 hours
It's
away
not
from
even
Los
possible here.
I'm 2 hours away from Los Angeles. I'm about an hour and a half or 2 hours away from Fresno.
Mm.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not even possible here. On Valentine's Day, just stay home.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Guys wrapped around everywhere.
Oh man, it's
You
crazy.
see everyone in their best outfits out in the street, cold as hell, half naked. I'm like, ma'am, I'm cold for you.
Yeah.
You
Man.
need to stop. You're just going to the movies. It's not
Not
that serious.
Yup.
Like a
It's
two
really
mile
not.
line on I-85 for everybody trying to go to Papados on Valentine's Day. And I'm like, that's just crazy.
One of the most overrated restaurants.
Yeah.
Everyone on Valentine's Day tries to go to Applebee's, Red Lobster,
Listen,
BBQ.
Applebee's got that,
listen,
got that 2
hold
for
up.
20. What you talking about?
Hold up.
I'm not dissing them. I'm not
Hold
dissing
up.
them. I'm just saying these are like the destination places people want to go on
Listen,
Valentine's Day.
listen.
The melting pot is the destination.
If you
It's
guys-
What the hell is a
$100
melting
per
pot?
person.
Listen.
It's
If you
$300
guys
per
want
person.
want good. Go ahead, VC.
It's $300 per person to go to the melting pot. It's a high-end chain. Yes, $300 per person.
I ain't never heard of no
I
melting
ain't never heard of no
pot.
melting pot.
Yeah, look it up. The melting pot. Some people here.
That's called a melting no for me. bro.
Listen.
Melting no.
Listen.
Good.
See,
That's how you know
Markel
I'm
knows.
a good guy, ladies that are watching
Mar-
the 5%.
Wait a minute, you took a girl to something that cost $300 a person?
Better be
Hey,
my wife.
we
That
were
better be
deep.
my wife. That better be my wife. Because
We
there ain't
were
gonna be
deep.
nothing other than my wife.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Hell no.
Oh hell no!
Yo, but the food was very good though.
Markel-
the food was
Mar-
very, very good.
BC, that's
Very-
two
Yeah.
car notes, man.
Yo,
on a dinner.
hold
You
up, hold
crazy.
up, hold up.
Hey,
Chicken at
BC,
Walmart's
you-
very
wait-
good. I'm straight.
Back
You
then,
see
I
that
was a
person?
lifeguard, man. I was a lifeguard.
The lifeguards make the money.
They do.
VC.
I in Jersey right now. Like, come on. Like, by the
Yo,
beach.
VC, let me
Who
ask
you
let me ask you a
lifeguarding
question.
in Jersey in the middle of February?
Well, not in February, obviously.
Well, you're not
VC,
a
let me-
lifeguard anymore though, VC, are you?
Not anymore. I quit like
Yeah.
after that.
VC, let me ask you a question. VC.
So,
How was the food?
like I said,
$300 a per. Hold
No,
on.
no.
If I get signed by AEW, I ain't
Yeah,
taking nobody to no restaurant that's $300 a person. It ain't happening.
Listen,
I ain't doing that. That's ridiculous.
Let me ask you another question. What did you get?
It's a fondue restaurant, so you get a fondue bowl, and of course for dessert there's a different fondue, but you get all different kinds of meats and vegetables and seafood, and you get to put it in the fondue and cook it and put in cheese and oils and stuff. It's very good.
So it's like a Korean barbecue.
It is like a Korean barbecue, yes.
So you pay $300.
You could have did that for You could have for a tenth of the price. You could have did that for a tenth of the price.
I've been to Koreatown. All right, I know great Korean barbecue.
So like Hunter says that VC
it's not the same.
Hunter says that it's.
And I am exaggerating.
It's about $100 per person.
It was more than that. But it was
I hope you got a free lap dance with that $300. Like, what the heck? Come on.
It was $300.
Anyway,
of course.
I feel like VC, you'd be the type of person to buy that golden, fuck is it called? Donut for $100.
Golden donut, yo! I'd buy that. I buy that pizza with the golden.
VC, this
topping.
is a very
Flakes
important
on it?
question.
No, hold on, wait. VC that type of dude that brought them Supreme Oreo cookies where you get 3 cookies in the.
I'm the type of guy where someone says, "Would you buy 10 black Air Forces for $100?" I'd be like, "Yeah, let's do
VC,
it."
let me ask you a question though. Here, this is a very important question.
Here we go.
What happened after that?
Oh no! Why'd you do that? Yeah. Why'd you do that?
I just gotta know what happened. You don't gotta go into
You
detail.
spent $600.
I need to know what.
We were already together.
You put the man on blast for,
just
man.
saying, what happened?
Well, we were together, but you saying what happened after?
Yeah,
I don't care if y'all was together.
What happened? Did you guys go somewhere else afterwards? Did you not? Did you just
You don't you have to go, OJ.
just want to know.
Hold on. First of all, it's private matter. Second of all, we were together. So what would you expect?
Huh?
Look.
Okay.
So then you were getting it regardless. You just went out of your way for no reason.
That's all I wanted to hear. That's all I wanted to hear. That's it.
Because like she is a girlfriend.
Hold on, no, wait, hold on,
Take
wait,
her
no,
out,
stop,
show her
stop.
off,
Why
you
did
know
you
what
do
I
that to
mean?
him?
Get her
No,
in a
stop.
nice
Yo,
dress.
VC,
And
don't answer this.
like,
You don't have to
no.
answer this,
I
VC.
stunt. I stunt. Like,
Oh, you
Hold
said
on, I don't give a damn if y'all was together for 6 years.
Let's
For
go.
$600, she better put the pole up in the middle of the bedroom. I ain't playing.
No, don't worry. The pole's already there.
No, you don't want her putting the pole in the. She's gonna get sick eating all that melting pot coming back, bro. It's gonna end the night.
Little fondue Duke.
Oh man. That's
What topic are we on?
I don't even know anymore.
Everyone's like
That's why
BC
Series
Rob,
X.
and I'm the most manly man here, willing to do that type of crap. But, all right.
Wait, whoa, hold up.
Making you
Whoa,
$300.
hold up.
$300.
Manly.
Hold up.
That ain't got nothing to do with manly.
Yo, it's
That ain't
showing that-
manly. That ain't manly.
showing that you care about a
That's
person,
being.
right?
I just like to protect my
That's
coins.
fine.
That's all that is.
Hey,
Hold up.
When you are with someone for long enough and you thought that you like could have had something, you never know, and you think, you know what?
I've had
What's
$600
ours could be
meals,
ours. Hey, well,
and
it
I've
wasn't
had
$600,
$5
but,
meals.
hey,
Which one's
it
better?
depends what the
$600
$5 meal is. Better not
It's
be a
all
Taco
about the
Bell.
company with you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I've never had a.
She gave you a job.
thought the
She
company was
just
worth it. I
dropped
thought
the
the
gem on
company
y'all.
was
Y'all gonna miss it.
I
Never
thought
had
it
a
was
$600 meal in my life.
Yeah, I never had a $600.
When I went to
well, I've had-
Nigeria, it was great because the food is delicious and it's cheap as hell. It's like
It is.
That's like
And guess what?
$3.
Hey, yo, hold up, OG. Guess what? The food is actually really organic over there.
Yes.
It's actually real chicken.
Yes,
you
it's-
can eating real greens.
It's real, like literally, like like they're like, hey, you want chicken?
Jamaica, too.
Like they grab the chicken right there. It's like, all right, we'll go make it for you. The chicken is really, it's
Thank
fire
God.
roasted. It's delicious, and it was cheap as hell, man. So I'm
It
down with
was.
the cheap food. I am not down with
Yo,
the super
OJ.
expensive food.
OJ,
Expensive food
I might be
isn't
going.
always the best.
It isn't.
No.
I've had some fantastic food in Japan. Cheap as hell.
Yes.
Cheap as fucking hell.
I've had.
Yo.
And it's healthy as fuck.
Yo, that's a tip that I'm on. The older you get, the healthier you want to eat. All this other like unhealthy eating, bruh. Older you get, you just don't got the taste for it so much.
Where the hell are we in terms of the podcast? That's all.
I
don't know.
No.
But you know what? That's the beauty of a podcast sometimes when you get off.
Speaking of, well, actually, no, there's no transition here. All right, so COV.
There isn't.
COV, for those who don't, you guys know that thing that's going around that's concerning people worldwide because people are, so we can't say it, so please don't actually
Why
say
you
the
can't?
name.
Okay, can you explain why you can't say it?
You can't say it because YouTube advertisers are douchebags,
They're killing people.
and
It's a CV.
and they're douchebags, and they don't want to advertise when people are saying that in.
Hey, I said it. I said it like 3 times in my podcast. I was all right. I'm playing. I did say it, but don't do it. No,
so
they didn't.
COV.
So
I've been hearing a few different things about it. I heard that people were getting it from eating bat.
that's where some people say
That's where it supposed to originated
from
in China.
in China from eating. But now at this point, how it transmits, from what we understand, like it's through person to person inhaling. You know, inhaling if somebody sneezes or coughs, somebody that has it. So that's how it transmits. But COV is striking fear in everybody's hearts right now when it comes to the gaming industry. GDC, everybody's canceling from GDC. Epic, Microsoft. Sony's
I feel
not
like
gonna be
people are
there.
just using they're just using it as an excuse, but it is stopping a lot of stuff from going on. The stocks are like the stock market's down with a few things. There are people not wanting to travel anymore, and I don't think it's like 100% just it itself and more of what people are making of it, because you have so many people. If you look online, people or kids specifically going on like airplanes and saying, "Oh, I have it," and making a big scene out of that, and doing people making pranks and doing bullshit like that. It's just like, because no one knows how. Like, there's talks of how you get it and how it's going around, but there's people taking real advantage.
The same thing is with a cold. So it can be, from touching the surface and not washing it off, or not washing your hands and that type of stuff.
Yeah.
So doorknobs, things of that nature, and then obviously doing something stupid like touching the doorknob and then touching your face. That kind of stuff is
That's why I always listen, man. I'm gonna say this. This is a good just a health thing, and maybe because I got max sanitation, I did hotel restaurant management. Wash your hands, please.
It's not just. It's not just.
No.
It's inhaling too, though. You could. It's airborne.
It's airborne too, but I'm saying it's airborne too. But I feel like I'm saying wash your hands because I've been to places where it's like I've actually seen even. It bothers me to say this, but I've actually seen workers where I'll go to restaurants where I mark to never go to these restaurants again, because you will see people use the bathroom, not wash their hands, or people like not take tissue to open up the doors and everything. It's like there's so many germs going past different units. The germs are so easily spread.
Just go to a bar in New York.
I didn't know how disgusting places could be until I worked in retail.
Yes.
Nasty. Oh my god. That's why when I buy clothes now, I put them to wash immediately. That shit is
you mentioned
nasty.
Walmart, right? You mentioned you like Walmart.
Yeah, I like Walmart.
When Walmart, every once in a while, what they do is they'll reorganize their planograms and move all the end caps and aisles. When they move all the end caps and aisles, then you know how dirty the store is. Because when they move all the aisles back, all you see is yellow film all across the floor. It's absolutely disgusting.
Well, my Walmart, though,
retail for
they do that, but they also they have this big steam cleaner thing that they're always using. So they're always like, the person that's sitting on it, it's like a big green machine, and then like they just go and like they clean it. So my Walmart, believe it or not, is ridiculously clean. It's really clean. My Walmart is just really clean because they're always cleaning that crap, because they've had complaints with what you're saying. They've had a lot of complaints, especially here in the Central Valley. There's been, because like it's dusty as hell where I live. Like it's just dusty and dry because I live in a valley. So people complain about the dust. People complain about this. So they've made a really big effort to make sure it smells good in my Walmart, my Super Walmart, and to make sure that they clean it. So I'm actually always surprised on how clean it is. Like I said, that picture that I took, people thought it was like a Whole Food store. No, that was Walmart. Those apples were from Walmart. It's clean as hell in my store. So those apples look
shiny.
They look shiny.
They just put them out.
Well, they always
go
are
back
just
to those
putting them out.
apples after 5 minutes.
Yes.
Somebody captured that.
Licked on it.
Shiny apples. That's what podcast. Shiny apples.
Shiny apples for the win. This COV. Baron, do you have something to say about the COV, man? And
I was talking about the topic, really. The GDC thing. Well, everybody's pulling out because for some reason, I think a lot of people don't realize the news about San Francisco, where they declared a state of emergency for the virus. So that's why all of them are pulling out of GDC. Yeah, that just happened yesterday. So that's why all the people are pulling out. Yeah, once they did a state of emergency, that was it. Once the government issues a state of emergency for something, there's nothing that companies can do. They have to. They don't want to be liable for that, so they have to come out of there. So that's the difference with that one.
Like this is real, guys.
So, like somebody in chat says not lethal. Yeah, that's fine, but it is spreading like crazy.
I
So
heard
that
it spreads through the eyes, so like
yeah,
we're
so
goggles.
even if the mortality rate is low, all you have to do is get a high infection rate, and then that increases the fatality rate overall. So that's what's scary.
Yeah. I mean, I think that with this whole thing that's going on, I mean, I think VC said it through the eyes. I guess that's a little bit more rumor. I think people touch something that somebody has sneezed on or coughed on or touched, and they have it, and then they touch their eye, or and that's how it spreads. I don't know if it can be airborne through the eye. I don't think.
Because that was one of the first things many people were saying before this became widespread. Like, and it was like a lot of people started talking about that from there on. Like, oh, I touched my eyes, and that's what happened.
Because it seems like somebody who had it coughed or sneezed on something, then you touched your face afterwards with it, and that's kind of how it got through. So just be careful out there, guys. It seems like
someone coughs on their hands, they touch a door, then you touch the door after, and then wipe your eye just because you're just like scratching
or
your
touch
eye
your
or
face or touch your mouth or that's how you can get. Apparently, it really gets people if you have like a weak respiratory system. So like elderly and also children, or even
I'm glad you said that.
If you're somebody who smokes a lot or your lungs are bad, this is where it can be really fatal for you.
Yeah, stay indoors.
There's nothing for you in the outside world. You don't need it.
Yeah, as long as you have our games, the games will never leave you. They don't have legs.
Exactly.
Yeah, well, basically, there's still a lot more information, that's kind of coming out. I know. I think Aaron said there's a lot of misinformation kind of going around. I mean, nothing's been official. We're just trying to let people know about kind of like what's been going on and what I've been hearing in terms of what people have been saying. Like I said, I read a report that they were talking about how it's being transmitted and stuff like that. So I'm just kind of trying to let people know. Like I said, I'm not sure if everything's going to be 100% accurate at this point, but from what we do know, there's a lot of people canceling stuff. That's what we do know. Looks like GDC's going to be canceled completely, And GDC is always good. There's always like good announcements at GDC. We always get like new trailers and stuff. GDC's always been great, And to be honest, guys, like I think this is what we should maybe transition to before we get to the next topic, and finish up here for the night. But like E3's at risk.
Yeah.
Nah, it's too far away. It's not.
It's not that far away.
But it's already like people are not going anyway as it is. So
March, April, May, June, dude. It's 3 months. We're about 3 months away. We're a little bit over 3 months away from E3.
It's too far away. I think they should just delay GDC. Honestly, it's not. I don't feel like this is going to get any worse than what it is. It's just everybody's taking precautions.
Fortunately, you can't delay a virus. So
I know you can't delay a virus, but you can stop it from spreading.
But
anyway,
not doing a good job at it.
Well, of course, America. Well, I mean, it's not been a good job because it's the way we travel is hard to contain something like that. You know what I mean? So by the time you try to catch up with it, it's already somewhere else. That's where we're seeing it now. It's like popping up all over the place like popcorn. But the thing is, the fewest of cases. Not the most fewest cases, but one of the most fewest cases is still America. So I don't think it's going to be as crazy as like everybody's trying to make it seem to be. And I don't think E3 is in danger.
Hopefully it'll start.
I actually agree with Brown on that.
It's warmer throughout the country, so we'll see what happens.
I don't know.
Most of these things clear up when it starts to get warmer, and E3 is a bit away, so.
Yeah, we talking about the middle of June.
We need a cure though. There needs to be a cure.
I don't think that's a problem.
And legit treatment for it,
But this also brings up something that we need to touch on, which is that E3 should be a traveling convention and shouldn't just be in one place every damn year.
Well, it was at one point.
Yeah, it was.
1 year.
It should have remained that way. I don't understand why they don't travel with that. It doesn't make any sense.
1 year it was in the A, but it should travel. You're right. Instead of being at one center with those horrible venues.
It might just be easier for them that way.
Yeah.
Because when you travel, you have to work with different people. You have to get like contracts and things going with different venues, and that might just be the easiest for them. They don't want to put in the work.
They've had to move the dates around before too because the venue.
Yeah, I mean,
because Apple said we're getting it now and deal with it later. And
well, that's Apple.
yeah.
Well, yeah, it's no different.
Apple got the money to be like, no.
Yeah, they're like, here's $2 trillion, shut up. And then E3's like, okay.
Apple's got crazy money. Crazy money. No taxes either for Apple, by the way.
But
Yeah,
it
no
also
taxes.
seems like
Amazon.
some of the new stuff with Apple's being affected by the COV.
Oh yeah, a lot of consumer products for sure are going to be affected by that. I mean, we might not even get the Xbox One X and the PlayStation 5 this year.
Yeah, maybe delayed.
It may be delayed.
You want to know a fun fact? Ring
that's a
Fit-
more.
Oh, okay. Just real quick, Ring Fit sales skyrocketed in China due to this. By the way, like all copies
crazy.
sold out because people are hiding in their houses and need a way to work out.
Getting in shape.
Yeah,
Wait,
people
China-
need a way to get in shape, and they
Ring-
literally
Is Ring Fit
skyrocketed.
available in China?
Yep, it's been available in China, and sales skyrocketed. Just yep, there's a news article on it. I covered in a video actually. Yeah,
Ring Fit sales skyrocketed. Period.
well, a period too, yes, but there's actually a shortage of the game in China and worldwide. From the news article I saw, and I just basically talked about it in my video, my perspective on it. But
Okay. Well,
Interesting.
We'll see what happens. Baron doesn't think E3 is going to be affected too much. I don't know.
I think the only thing this virus affects is the production of those new consoles. That's the only thing I think it affects.
Okay. Well,
I think that's what's going to be the biggest effect to it. I believe.
I'm
Not
just
the
hoping
only
they get
thing,
it.
but the biggest effect.
I
will
hope
be
we
the
just get
console
this under
production.
control. I hope we get it under control. Hopefully by as soon as possible. But let me go over
But
some
at least
donations.
by E3.
Hopefully before E3. Hopefully they get it controlled like next month. That'd be great. Brian Jedi 82 donated $1.99. Says later have to sleep. You stream too late. Sorry, my man. This is the time that people want to stream, or the time that everyone said that they can come. So sorry about that, Brian. Juice Man Vaughn donated $2. Says OJ tripping. Dollar Tree got them snacks and laundry detergent.
Yep. That was part of my grandma's Sunday ritual, was to go to Dollar Tree and get all the candy and the fabric softener and all that.
Well,
Now, to
I
be
can't
fair,
eat
you're
candy
getting-
and actually be like skinny like you, Destiny. I gotta actually I can't be eating those type. I'm old. All
I'm
right.
not skinny.
well, I don't know how
I know I'm
think
bigger than you,
but
I'll
it's not
tell
what
you.
you say.
For people that can afford it, you do get screwed per volume at Dollar Tree. So if you can afford to buy bulk versus Dollar Tree.
That is not true.
That is definitely true.
He's like,
especially
I'm
No,
eating some candy
no.
from Dollar Tree right
Hold
now.
on.
That is not true.
Dollar Tree Dollar Tree was
detergent, you
Dollar
pay
Tree.
more.
Oh, you talking about detergent? I was just talking about everything. Okay, detergent. Yeah,
He's
get
about to
screwed.
go off.
you get
He's ready to
screwed
go
on that
for it.
detergent for real.
Care about candy like
I
that.
would not
but
buy
everything else
detergent.
in there.
I would not buy detergent from Dollar Tree. Like I go to like CVS or I go to Walmart for my detergent.
It's the same
Powerful.
fabric softener.
CVS.
Yeah.
CVS is the biggest highway robbery.
No, it's not.
That corner store.
If you have the hold on.
Corner
If you have the
store.
CVS, the rewards program card, they give you some cash back. They also give
You
you
got a CVS rewards card.
yeah, CVS rewards. It's free. This free, not the paid one, the free one. And then if you go on, they have really good sales. And they send me stuff all the time for like you get $4 off or $5 off or $2 off. So CVS, they'll have these sales on their own Tide Pods. You know what I'm saying? Like their
Stop
own
it.
version of Tide Pods. And I buy those.
Stop it, OJ.
I get like
Stop
a
it, OJ.
I get like
A
a
can-
whole cabinet for like
A
$3.
candy bar in CVS is like $4.69. Stop it,
No.
man.
And it's not
Not
even
on
the king
sale.
size; it's the regular.
No, not on sale. You can get they always do these 3 for $3 sales at CVS. You can get but I don't really buy chocolates and stuff like that. So, but Walmart, it's cheaper. That's for sure. For sure, it's cheaper at Walmart.
United Place is like OJ chill.
I like CVS. It's close. I can walk there. You know what?
CV
Look, I can walk to CVS. That's why I like it, because I'm lazy sometimes and I don't feel like driving. And CVS is literally like a minute away from me. I can walk there. So, yeah.
I'm at CVS.
CVS half-gallon milk be $7 to $15. Come
Why
on,
would
bro.
you buy milk at a convenience
on, man.
store? That's not. You're not gonna. Nobody's buying CVS milk, bro. Nobody's buying milk at CVS or at Walgreens or stuff like that, bro.
They charging you $10 for napkins. Come on, bro. Ain't nobody trying to no damn CVS. Get out of here.
You gotta know better.
Walgreen gang, bro.
Walgreens and CVS
Walgreen
are the
gang.
same prices, bro. Like, come on.
I
Well,
would say
Aid,
Rite Aid,
Rite
but they're
Aid.
going out of business right
Right
now.
age.
They
Rite
they
Aid
are
is
going
Rite Aid's
going
not
out
going
of
out of business.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
It's
They
like,
closing Rite Aids left and right, dog.
They are,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where I'm at, in the
Me too.
South, they're closing Rite Aids left and right. I don't know why.
Because they got bought out a few. I used to work as a health consultant for Rite Aid.
there's Rite Aids everywhere you turn in the city.
They Walgreens bought out Rite Aid, so that's why some of them are being closed down. Not because they don't have any money.
Okay, that
They got
makes sense.
they got plenty of money. Trust me, they've got literally billions. And like I said, they don't pay taxes. But like,
Oh,
I
wow.
was
and
gonna
they
say,
also don't pay
gamer
taxes.
related.
But anyway,
Shade.
Put their business out there.
well, I mean,
Ooh.
it's
All that shade, it's hard to see.
Amazon, all these super mega corporations don't pay taxes. But either way, they've got plenty of money. They've got so much money, it's crazy, you know. So, but anyway, yeah, Walgreens bought them out. That was I think in 2015 or 2016. Walgreens 2016.
Around then. It was around then.
Yeah,
I
Walgreens
don't remember
bought
which
out.
year exactly, but it was around
I think
then.
it was for like 4 billion plus or something like that. So they've got money.
On a related note, VC, you mentioned GameStop.
Yep.
Have we talked about at any point what is obviously happening with them?
They going bye-bye.
Yeah, they're closing.
Hasta la vista.
I saw that they were closing a bunch more stores.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw
They're
John's
closing a lot
video
of-
talking
and
about
it's
it.
happening.
Yep.
Yeah, so
That's
I'm
why I
just-
went.
I'm just waiting for some of my local GameStops to be like, we going out of business.
Yeah, no, me too.
Right?
I'm about to pull up.
That's why I pulled up, and it wasn't the best sale. But the real, even better sale happens when there's nothing left, but when it's like the last few days, because like then it's like the stuff
When you're just
$10 or
picking at
$20
bones
that
at this
no one
point.
knows about, and it's like, all right, now the stuff that's $20 is finally $5. You can come pick it up now. It's like, all right, finally. But even today, like I got 4 great games today. I got Uncharted 4, I got Batman Arkham Knight, I got Final Fantasy 15, and I got Mafia 2 all together for $10.
One choice. Oh.
You said 4 great games? That don't sound like 4 great games.
Hey,
Oh god.
hey, that's definitely 4. Hey, to me, that's 4 of the best games you can get on the PS4.
Nah,
And that's saying something.
that's the problem. They weren't Virtual Boy games. That's the problem.
Yeah.
4 Virtual Boy games for 10. That's actually a good deal. That's
I would like
I
the
would
games
do
even
that.
more if they could play on my GameCube, but
repeat those games again though for PS4.
Final Fantasy 15, Mafia 2, Uncharted 4, and Batman Arkham Knight.
Not bad.
Like all of
Decent.
those are good games. Like, come on, man.
Wait, which Final Fantasy 15?
10 each or 10
the
together?
base version, day one version.
It's the day one version, so it's not royal.
It is day one version.
Okay, so it's not.
How do you
Was
think
it-
I got 4 games for $10? What do you?
Okay. So it was $10 for
It's
all
not
match.
royal. Yeah.
I got Royal for $15. That's how much I bought Royal for.
That's kind of like what I was getting.
50 cents a piece. That's not bad.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
And it's still
Yeah, like,
sealed.
that deal is great for closing stores.
It's still sealed in my living room by my Xbox
Quarter of
One
a
X.
dime.
One of these days I'll open it up and play it. One of these days.
You
One
should.
of those days you open it.
Yeah.
I may actually play
I've
it
already
after the
played it
stream
the
tonight.
other day.
Honestly, I never played Final Fantasy 15 yet, and I've heard a lot of bad things about it. So
No, it's good. No, it's good. It's not a bad game. I mean, at launch
I
it
just
was
heard it's like different.
it
I
was
heard
rough.
it's just different.
At
Yeah.
launch it was rough, but they've patched it to hell and back, and it's much better. They fixed chapter 13. They did a lot of stuff. It's actually they fixed some of the frame rate issues and some of the stuff there. It's actually not a horrible game. I mean, I think there's definitely much worse games out there. So, and there's much worse Final Fantasies, that's for sure. So, I mean, Final
Yeah, there's definitely worse.
Oh, so basically,
As much worse Final Fantasies.
So-
We need-
so OJ, you basically saying it's trash, basically.
no, I like it. Is it better than like Final Fantasy 10? Is it better than 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? No. it's
10
not.
is trash.
It's not
I
better
don't
than
see
any
five.
of those.
Dude,
10 is not
Five ain't in
trash.
that list.
It's not better than any of those games. So is it better than any of the best Final
Ten's a
Fantasy games? No.
masterpiece. Even with that horrible Titus laugh, it's a masterpiece. So let's be real here.
That 10 was revolutionary for its time. In
Yep,
terms of, like,
revolutionary. It was.
for
It
its
was
time,
very,
it was very, very, very revolutionary. I like
it was almost as revolutionary as 7, but it wasn't.
It
It's
dropped the
almost-
ball
To be
in,
honest,
in numerous
there's a
spots.
point. Wait, to be honest, there's a point to be made that it might have been for the PS2.
Wait,
and
it
that
might have been
time-
what? You cut out. What'd you say?
I said there is an argument I think to be made that Final Fantasy X is somewhat as revolutionary as 7, somewhat, in some regards.
Yeah, not as much as high, but it's still very regarded.
But it's definitely high regarded because at the time that it came out in 2002,
2001 in Japan, I think.
2001 in Japan, 2000. That's crazy. At that time, there was no large scale RPGs, and to have an RPG that early in the PS2's life with that quality, that says something, you know. Final Fantasy VII came out how many years after the PS1? It came out multiple years after the PS1, you know. So,
but it had been in the works since 1995 though, so it was just one of those things where Square moved it along and did what they needed to do until it was ready to be released. So
my issue with 10, they dropped the ball. Like 10 started a trend of Final Fantasies that I didn't like, and that was removing the overworld feature. Like the overworld feature is to me is what made a Final Fantasy game Final Fantasy. It's like being able to free roam and travel across the world. Changing the direction to more of a linear game, in my opinion, that's what kind of dropped the Final Fantasy franchise after a while, and you really haven't heard it talked about nearly as strong as 7, 8, or 9. That's why 6, I'm going to include 6 in this conversation too. And even 5, 5 as well. 5 through 9, they're regarded as the best because it's like there was so much done with the limitations. I feel like there was more. I can respect that.
Play the DS remake of 3.
I could respect 6.
The DS one is really the DS remake.
It is
really good.
The actual 3, not stupid. Yeah. We're Americans, so we don't get certain Final Fantasies. Not that one. Yes. Because Final Fantasy 6 is amazing, but there is no remake of Final Fantasy 6. Well, no, I think it's on the GBA. Is it? Is there like a?
It was on one of those collections for.
But there's no real remake of Final Fantasy 6. We don't have an actual real remake of Final Fantasy 6.
There's one of 3 and one of 4.
Yeah. 3 and 4 are very good on the DS. Very, very good on the DS. Very weird, especially in today's day. Playing it, you might be like, what the hell is this? But they're on PC. You can play those on PC.
Yeah, they port it on PC.
And you can also play 7 through 9 on your cell phones now. So you have a pretty good cell phone. You can play those games pretty well.
Now you should just get shot for doing something like that. I think that should be against the law to be playing a Final Fantasy game on a cell phone.
I mean, first of all, two things. You have a Bluetooth controller that can connect to it.
No.
I
literally have one of the most dopest gaming phones in the world, and I'm saying no.
There we go, right there. There you go.
No. No.
Hey, if it's NVIDIA GeForce, you can put it into your Switch like Tether Gaming did. Super dope.
Hey, that's. I'll say I'll tell people, you know, if you don't feel like carrying a Switch, that's an option.
Get your Switch Lite.
No, I can't condone somebody playing Final Fantasy on a mobile.
I can.
That encourages Square Enix. It's like, oh, see, Nani, they're playing on mobile phones. More mobile. Mobile. That's what they're gonna say.
Whoa, wait a second.
Don't give them data, bro. Like, don't give them data to use against us. Because you know that's what they're going to do. If a bunch of people, hey, OJ told all his users to go play mobile Final Fantasy. Square Enix be looking at my channel. And Square Enix, I'm going to talk to you guys dead in the eye. By the way, I have a contact with Square Enix. I can get games from them. No.
Well, hold up.
No mobile.
First of all, hold up. Time out. Let me address the chat real fast.
And
I
also,
see people in the chat saying ban Abaddon because I'm a
Final Fantasy 6 remake, please.
Hold up.
Ban Abaddon.
Can they say ban because I'm a mobile gamer? Yeah, I am. What you gonna do about it? What you gonna do? I do play mobile games.
Abaddon.
I do.
If all the game developers are listening, can we please get a second sequel to Damn, I gotta think of the damn game now.
I only have
having
one
trouble thinking
mobile
of the game names tonight too. Don't worry, it's happening to me too.
Can we get a sequel to? Well, then the game developer's like, well, you didn't tell us. You don't want it.
I was like, you didn't say it in time.
Damn gamers, you don't know what the hell you want. We're giving you Final Fantasy. Take Final Fantasy and
no, they're gonna give us Final Fantasy 10 Part 4 of no Part 3.
Yeah, no Final Fantasy 6 for you. You must want more Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy
6 remake. Oh my god, I would love a 6 remake.
Lightning Returns 13-2? Yes, that's what you want, right? You didn't tell us.
I'd pay $120 for a 6 remake.
I would pay a lot for a 6. What's your
your
favorite Final Fantasy game, Destiny?
7.
Nice.
I don't play them that much. With the remake, with the remaster they're gonna do, I'm interested how that's gonna look.
Yeah, I mean it looks hot though, doesn't it? Doesn't it look good?
No, it looks good, but it depends on if we're gonna get these consoles. and how it's gonna look on these consoles if they're made.
Yeah, that's true. It's probably gonna be pretty hyped to play that on the PS5. I'll be
Oh man, yo, OJ, I saw something in your chat because they're all against me now, saying I betrayed the games as well. I play video games, okay? I've been playing video games probably longer than most of y'all.
Most of y'all been alive, probably.
Yeah, well, you went to the you were the chosen one. Where's that meme of Star Wars? You were the chosen one.
You betrayed us.
Listen.
Yeah, you know how gamers turn their back on people. Like, dude,
Listen, you know what's funny?
So quick.
But you know what's funny though? I could point out so many mobile games that are super dope that y'all probably never even know about. I could listen. And matter of fact, hold on. Watch this. PSO2. They have a PSO2 mobile app that you can play the game on and still level up and cross progression your character on the PC. You tell me that's bad for mobile games? That's still a mobile game.
Keep going, Abaddon. Keep going. What else?
We can keep going.
Keep going.
You also got, you also got, if you want to play the old games, now they are, because a lot of developers are using controllers, Bluetooth control.
Baron dip.
Dang, Baron dip.
Baron was
this
like,
conversation sucks.
your mobile games.
What you could,
yeah, no one's talking about my new wrestling clip I made.
What you can do now is, yo, Katana Riku, you say it's not all that good? Okay. Okay.
And he likes Fantasy Star.
Abaddon, keep going.
So do I.
Keep going, Abaddon.
Let's see. Okay, let's see. Let me go through games that I
Why
have
is
on
there
here.
a giant shovel on the screen?
Keep going, Abaddon. Keep digging, baby. I'm just digging for you. Just keep going.
This guy really.
I'm just digging for you, bro.
Really?
I'm
really?
just digging. I'm just keep going. I'm digging for
Really?
you, man. Keep going. Keep going.
Really?
Just keep going.
You
Just
foul,
keep going.
OJ. You foul, OJ. You foul, OJ. I got you, OJ.
Oh, I'm just messing with you, bro.
I got you.
I'm just messing.
But nah.
I just did it for the entertainment.
But nah, seriously though, I'll say this: there are times where I don't feel like playing my Switch and mobile games when I'm on the go, like on my way to work. Carrying this along with me on my way to work.
Well, that's what the Switch Lite is for.
Yeah, I'm not spending another $250.
Hey, the Coral one's coming out. Pick up the Coral one.
Okay, you got Coral money?
Hey, I used to have Coral.
You do got Coral money. Hold up, Tommy. You do got Coral money. You got $300 days. You got $600 days. Let's go. You got Coral money. You got Coral money. You got Coral money. Yo, hook me up, dog. Hook me up with a Coral money.
I said used to multiple times, but
Let's go ahead and move on to the next topic here, though, boys and girls. This will be the last one. We're gonna talk about Nintendo Ninja basically bashing leakers over the head. Like, they are going hard against these leakers. So recently, there's been a lot of leakers that have been getting cease and desists and stuff like that. And
I
it
love
looks like there's not going to be any more leaks anytime soon. I mean, even went as far as, here's how some of these leaks have been coming out. There was this dude who got pretty much like interviewed rated by the FBI because he applied for Nintendo's developer program, got accepted. He was like 17 years old, got in, sent a malicious link, reverse hacked them, and got access to files of Nintendo's games and stuff like that. Had a Discord, would share some things within the Discord in terms of stuff, and would leak it out. So a lot of the leaks that we've been getting, even up to like the whole Metroid Prime, or not Metroid Prime, but the whole Metroid, 2D Metroid, and Mario or Paper Mario thing. Apparently Nintendo was very upset about that. So that means it might be real, or it's probably real. And that's where some of these leaks are coming from, is from there. But it looks like Nintendo shut this guy down. Sabi has also stated that he's not going to be talking anymore. Zippo has also stated that he's not going to be talking anymore. So Nintendo's being really aggressive against these leakers. So I don't know. Anybody want to chime in with this in terms of what you guys feel?
I wish they were as aggressive with their direct talks.
Shout out to Aron, who's aggressive with the donation and donated $10 and says, "So we banning Abaddon or what?"
They already put F's in the chat.
So also Matthew Hammond donated $1 and says it has come out recently that there was a level 4 biolab that was researching the flu strains. A bat bit someone and they turned into Batman. No, I'm joking. He
Okay,
didn't say
well,
that.
Listen.
A bat bit
So
someone. A bat bit someone, and they went.
That's not what they meant with
He
you
didn't say
getting it
that.
from the bats. No.
So, to Oron and the rest of the chat, I play what I want.
Hey,
I'm
I
a grown
play-
man. Last time I checked.
I play what I want. That's why I don't have it show what I play anymore.
So what do you guys think about these Nintendo leaker stuff? Shout out to Katana Riku. Thank you for the $2 donation too, my man.
Hey,
I mean,
well,
Nintendo's doing what they have to do to keep shit in check.
Yep, and they will protect IP with every fiber they're being. That's what they're gonna do. So I don't know why people try, and we have the hackers that they try to like, we have this custom firmware for today. Please don't ever connect it to the internet, and it's just one of those things. Like,
are they going to go into Dreams and stop that Mario game from happening or anything like that? Because they care about protecting their IPs. So,
all right, I'm back.
What's up?
Someone just got a job off of Dreams, by the way. For those who don't
I didn't
know.
hear about that.
That would not surprise me.
That's a good. Why are we talking about that? That's interesting.
Yeah, someone got a job.
There's a lot of good level design inside of Dream. Just looking into the YouTube videos, there's a lot of good stuff on there.
Yeah, there's a ton of stuff.
Man,
Like literally, it's very unique with how diverse the actual editing kit is. It does take a while to learn though. Like I have to actually go through all the tutorials to understand how to use it. Like you can't just jump in and use it. It's not easy like that.
man.
Yeah, it's a lot of time. It's you're gonna be spending a lot of time.
Here's the thing about Dreams, and we can talk about the leakers too. Here's
Before
the thing
you
about
even start
Dreams
editing.
is you can make a bunch of crappy versions of games that you like. That's what Dreams is.
For your own game. That's what's supposed to be.
Wait, you said crappy versions
You
of
can make
games?
a bunch of crappy
Yeah,
versions
that's
of
what he
games.
said.
Like you can make a crappy Mario, you can make a crappy Fallout, you can make a
Stop.
crappy.
That Fallout was not crappy. Come
It
on.
was crappy compared to actual Fallout. Yeah, it's impressive because it's not Fallout. But at the end of the day, you're like, I think I'd rather just go play Fallout. And that's what it's a jack of all trades and it's a master of nothing. And I mean, I've
Good
looked
point.
at John's video, I've looked at Game Explain's videos. You're just playing crappy versions of games out there. So it's cool that you can make it, but they're crappy. They're not as good as the actual game that they're trying to imitate.
That's the premise though. Like it's a giant toy box, so you can make whatever you want. I don't think anybody
your own
else
kind of
really
game.
trying to-
There's all kinds of games you can make in there. Actually,
To me,
You
it
do,
has the Mario
I
Maker.
bet you do.
The Mario Maker syndrome. It's like, do I want to play a bunch of people's crazy weirdo levels and things like that,
But
or
see,
do I
that's the
want to
thing
actually
is, like-
just play a normal Mario game? And that's why New Super Mario Bros. U is selling better than Mario Maker.
Yeah,
Like,
but
people
Dreams is selling better than it's expected to because people were talking about it so
it
much.
is,
the
but it's
word
still
of
not
mouth.
selling anything crazy. It's not selling better than Sony's other IP.
Hey,
normal
I
games.
picked it up and I was planning on not picking it up. So
You only picked it up because it was like $2.
Yeah, it was like $2 or whatever.
Isn't that that's an issue? So that's what I'm worried about right now. Why aren't game publishers anymore? The whole point is you're supposed to hold the L to see if the game sells.
oh, of course
So
they're supposed to, but
That's
do they
supposed
want
to be
to?
the goal. So you promote it initially to see what the first wave is going to be like, and then you go from there. You literally got people stealth launching games and killing them on the way out because they believe that it's not going to sell well. Well, if nobody knew it fucking came out, then
that's
it's
what
not gonna
Sony
sell
was doing
well.
practically. They were barely promoting the game before it released. So everyone was like, oh, they're going to let Media Molecules game that took over 7 years almost to die after Little Big Planet 3. Like, it's so long since Little Big Planet 3 even came out, too.
7 years, that ain't even worth it at that. 7
Yeah, I think it might have been
years?
longer. I'm not sure, but it's been a while.
Little Big Planet was a long time ago.
I don't know if they were
it
just
was-
working on that though. They might have been working on other things, but I mean, like to me, like it's cool. Like and I get it. Like I guess that, but like I don't know, man. It just seems like maybe they're not. Like maybe my wording was too harsh with crappy versions of these games, but like I mean, when I saw the Fallout game, I was like, okay, yeah, this is cool, but it's still not. It's not the actual game.
Yeah.
Like, there's,
That's why what I think is like they said it in the beginning of the game and you started out. There's gonna be updates to the game all the time, so they're gonna be changing the game up. They're gonna be always updating certain elements to the game and the building elements. So I feel like over time it's gonna progressively get better.
Mhm.
And like, cause like most of the stuff now, it's not really games. You know what I mean? Most of the stuff that's being released is levels more so. You know what I mean? You go into something for like 15 minutes. It's like finger food. It's like going to a buffet. You get a nice chicken wing over here, a little bit of mac and cheese over here, a little mashed potatoes over here, a little sushi over here, all different kinds of stuff at this buffet. But is it good? You're gonna have to find out. I'll be
mean,
honest. A
yeah,
lot of the
with
stuff
it-
wasn't good. I'll be honest.
Man,
Yeah, it's not
Stuff
very
I played
good.
wasn't good. That's why I went to create my own, and I was like, wow, I need to go into tutorial mode. I can't just jump in. So next time I play the game, I'm gonna be going to tutorial mode because making my own game seems like more fun, and I'm gonna actually not make it seem like trash. Like I'm gonna actually take a long time making it. So like I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna start playing Dreams, and 2 days from now I have a game done. No, 2 years
Man.
from now I'll have something done.
Baron,
And
what do you think about
you'll
this?
hear back.
Nintendo Ninja and Dreams?
Yeah, because people are making Nintendo games on it.
Okay, this is what I think about it. My first initial reaction is meh. Okay. And then my second reaction is for everybody that, especially on the Sony side of things, that diss Nintendo, they sure love recreating Nintendo things on their platform.
They do. Really,
They sure love
so
doing
much.
that. That's
much.
just crazy to me. Every time y'all get any type of game where you create anything, the first thing they create is something Nintendo related.
Nintendo is money.
I just want to point that out.
People like
When
Nintendo.
PSP got hacked and everybody was hacking PSP, the first thing they were doing was putting
The first level I seen from Little Big Planet when it first came out was Nintendo related. So it's
Nintendo
like
is money.
it's like
It
okay,
is.
all right.
People like Nintendo.
Mm.
A lot
So
of
they
Sony, a lot of
was
so
Sony,
they
money.
undercover
They
they
say
undercover
money.
Nintendo lovers basically.
a
That's
lot
what
of
you're saying.
Sony fans,
Yeah.
depending on your age, right? A lot of Sony fans were Nintendo fans at one point before the PlayStation. So it's just natural that that a lot of people that play Sony in today's day, if you're older, not if you're like younger, but if you're like 30s or whatever, you were playing Nintendo, you were playing NES before you got a Sony, obviously.
Okay,
Like,
but that's fine and dandy, OJ. But if you spend your time bashing Nintendo and what they do, and the first thing you do when you get creative tools in your possession is create something Nintendo, it don't make any sense to me.
I don't know
Well,
if
maybe
that-
It
those
makes no
people
sense.
could be the people that aren't just Sony fans. Maybe those people are actually the few diamonds in the rough that are
there are
normal
a
lot-
like
Oh,
us
no.
who don't
There
care
are-
about
Nah,
the console.
In
Oh,
my
nobody.
opinion, there are a lot of crossover fans. Sony's base is so big that there are a lot of people who literally love Sony and Nintendo, and they buy Nintendo and they also buy Sony. The problem is that you deal with all these dumbasses on Twitter. I mean, that's your biggest issues. You deal with these idiots.
No. I'm not talking
you
about
can
just people on
also
Twitter. though.
attest to this too, with people coming at you in certain ways. There's like, more people love you, but there's just a few select group of dumbasses that just want to say stuff. So I think that's kind of what's going on here.
But to be real though, with the whole situation, like it's almost impossible for there not to be crossover. The PlayStation
true.
Genesis was from Nintendo. I mean, pun intended. The Genesis of PlayStation came from Nintendo. So you can't really not have the two crossover at some point unless they were literally born in 1994, 1995.
That's what I'm saying. Like the younger people, obviously those are like the hardcore. But if you're talking people, me, you, Abaddon, Baron's age, us, and up, like if it's like Destiny and VC, then yeah, obviously there's more people that are hardcore, like just with
They
Sony.
got
I would- hold on. Oh,
Destiny,
hold on.
like, you're not a
yourself
you're
before
not a
you check
day over
yourself.
you're not a day over 23.
Oh, so y'all never
Hold up.
heard of
First of
Destiny,
all,
not
I
a
would.
day
I
over
would.
23.
I am
Stop it.
actually. Yes, I am.
You're not over 25. You're 24, right? 23? 24.
I am over 25.
You are not. Anyway, moving on.
Oh, keep car insurance.
Moving on.
Let's
You are
go.
not.
Well,
Okay,
I just
listen,
turned
listen.
25, so
Listen. Oh yeah. Moving on because I don't even know how this is not a topic. The Platinum Games news.
Oh, Project GG?
Have y'all seen that? It's like Pacific Rim.
I think that looks dope.
It
I
looks
can't
good.
wait for
I
the
want
kaiju
that game.
battles.
Oh, looks good.
I have not seen this.
Yes,
Haven't
it's
seen?
basically gonna be a game like Pacific Rim, basically.
Nope.
I'm like, oh yeah, I definitely want that. And can we talk about how they just opened up a new studio, Stealth Like?
Yep.
In
It was
Tokyo?
it was the number 3 of the Platinum 4, by the way. It actually, for those who didn't know,
Yeah.
the number 3 of the Platinum 4 is their Tokyo studio, which
Related
is
to
super cool.
beautiful and wonderful.
Well, no. Number 2 is the Beautiful Joe. That's
I am
Nick
so
Kimmi's.
excited for that.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's the like, but where you turn, it's like where you turn huge. That's number 2. Number 3 apparently is the new studio is going to be making it a live service game. That's what number 3 is. It's going to be some type of live service game. But that new studio is also, they're recruiting, and they're going to, there's only about 15 people working on that new game right now from Hideki Kamiya. They need to get about 100 people. So they're recruiting to make more people on that. So I talked about it too in a video. So.
I
saw they
love their mantra, man. That is like the best. That is the best. That's the best slogan to have there. Platinum never loses its luster.
Yeah, I love that. Platinum Games the GOAT. A-tier developer, baby.
The Platinum Games is awesome.
I don't think I've ever played like an actually bad Platinum game. Like, of course, I never played a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game or anything like that. But like, I never played like
Those
a
don't
bad
count.
Platinum
They pay the
game.
bills.
Legend of Korra.
Yeah.
That game's not very good. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, that's not very good. Transformers is okay, but those are their three weakest games. And I would say if you're talking about a game that's not like that budget C tier team where they're just licensed game, Anarchy Reigns is probably their worst.
Anarchy Reigns.
Yeah, it's probably their worst game, and that game's not bad.
I never even heard of it, so it must be.
They
bad.
kind of rushed that one too, though.
It's a spiritual successor to Mad World on the Wii.
Yep.
It's not a successor to Mad World.
It's a spiritual successor to Mad World.
It's not a success. I refuse.
Spiritual.
Refuse to have successor and Mad World connected with
Do you
that
not
game.
know what the word spiritual means?
I know what it means, but I don't want to insinuate it in any type of way, form, or fashion.
But it is. The gameplay is reminiscent. It is. And I 100% did Anarchy Reigns and almost wanted to kill myself afterwards.
Mad World was such a masterpiece, dog.
I thought I liked Anarchy Reigns, but Anarchy Reigns it's not. There's just issues with the game. The online should have never been a thing. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. They should have put the resources into making sure the single player was much better and more memorable. But no, it's like Mad World but bigger. That's really what it is.
That game looks like Ultraman. That's what it reminds me of.
Yeah. It's like Super Sentai or like Super Sentai Ultraman. The newest one? Is you talking about the Project GG? Yeah.
Yeah, Project GG. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If we can get a real Mad World sequel, that would be nice. Like that actually has the art style.
Yes.
I really would love that.
Mad World was great.
Like the Sin City art style. That would be
God, Mad World was such a masterpiece, dog.
It was a great game. It was a lot of fun. It was just short. That was the only problem.
I want to go play it now. I feel like DDT and people.
It was just really short. I beat it in one day. I was like, oh, it's over.
Those bosses were so memorable though. It was just I loved it, man. It was
the motorcycle scene. Even though people didn't like it, I thought it was cool. I thought it was fun.
I like everything in that. The soundtrack is one of the greatest soundtracks ever.
The hip hop infused with the rock, it's good stuff.
Oh my god, that thing is so good.
And they were talking mad shit over the soundtrack. It was just the commentary was just great.
Yeah, the announcers and commentary was everything was top notch on that. And that was a Wii game, y'all. That was a Wii game.
The motion controls weren't my favorite, but they were novel. It was novel for the time period, you know.
It could have used Motion Plus. That much I could definitely say, but
yeah, it didn't. Well, that was before Motion Plus was even really kind of getting going, right? I think the first third party game to use Motion Plus was Red Steel 2.
Red Steel
2, I think, yeah.
Yeah, Red Steel 2. And Mad World, I think, came out before Red Steel 2.
I agree.
Yeah, it came out before Red Steel 2.
Astral Chain soundtrack is dope. It kicks so much butt. I agree with that.
Astral Chain
soundtrack is really good.
Astral Chain is a masterpiece. We know this already.
Astral Chain goes back to the other thing that I was saying, where like Nintendo seems to care. Like they know that a new IP like this isn't going to sell as well as their other IPs, so they still push the hell out of it. I was surprised as much as they pushed Xenoblade on Chronicles X, believe it or not. I was under
that game's soundtrack now.
That's a JRPG, very niche. The first game didn't do so well because it barely made it over here.
Let me tell you something about Xenoblade that I got talking to a few different people.
Oh Lord,
Xenoblade, with what they made with Xenoblade's development budget, you would be surprised on how little they made that game on, and the staff. That game was literally made by around the original
40 people,
by around
right?
maybe 50 something people or so working on it, dedicated, busting their butt. The crunch on that was insane, and they were very, very worried about what would happen if that game didn't do well. The budget was more than what it was small, but it was more than what Nintendo was willing to give. That's why Nintendo was so hesitant. You want to know why? The reason why we had like the whole project, what was it called? Project Operation Rainfall and all that stuff like that. Nintendo was not confident at all. They were not bringing that over here. They were not confident at all. They gave them more money than they even wanted to develop for it. They had a smaller crew. Obviously, Microsoft has like 200 something people now. But back then they were smaller, and Nintendo was just like, man, we bought this studio, and like, what are they gonna do? Like, they'll just like their original plan was just to help us out with Zelda games. that was the thing with it. Help us out with Zelda games and just help us out, and maybe you get some DS games. They did Soma Bringer. They did that game for Nintendo. Like that was the plan for them, just to make portable games and do small things. But I guess
they're really good at environmental geometry too. So
they are really good.
They are,
and that's why they help out Nintendo with Legend of Skyward Sword and also with obviously Xenoblade, but then
Breath of the Wild and
Breath of the Wild. That was the whole goal with them. Their goal wasn't to. Nintendo's goal wasn't to have them make these grandeur big games and give them real development budgets, but Xenoblade had such a fan push and backing for it that it ended up.
Xenoblade Chronicles X, like map was amazing. I still love that game.
So y'all saying y'all want a sequel? So y'all saying y'all want a sequel to Disaster Day of Crisis?
Sure, why not? You know what? No, before we get a sequel to Disaster Day of Crisis, we need to get God, I can't remember that project name either. Well, Project Hammer.
Project Hammer. I still dream about that game getting released.
Apparently, that game was trash.
Apparently. They had the first Black League character too. I was like, come on, man.
But it had a demo. It had a demo. Like people were playing.
I'm talking about for Nintendo.
Oh,
yeah, that'll be their first Black League too.
Yeah, for Nintendo.
There's
ever.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
because the closest thing you got to a black lead is the captain or whatever.
The art style was dope too, man.
You're right.
And that's with other M.
Other M, yeah.
Oh, really? He wasn't a league character.
Remember,
you know what's so funny? So I'm still mad at how he said remember.
Yeah, remember
because we don't say we say member. We don't say remember. We don't say no remember.
You say remember. Remember that?
Remember me. You don't say no remember.
Me?
Yeah, there's no burr here. Maybe beer, but no burr.
Remember me?
This ain't Gucci we're talking about.
The other guy that was he was the he actually was the person that was the savior because he gave you the Gladius end of Eternal Darkness. I can't think of his name right now, but he was the firefighter.
But he was in the league,
and that is a Nintendo IP now. So
still. Yeah, they're consistently renewing. Who likes Eternal Darkness here? I thought that game was.
It was good. It was really something. It was before its time, I believe.
I've played it before. I never had it, but I've played it before.
It would be amazing if they made that project today.
Eternal Darkness would be dope. If they actually decided to make a new Eternal Darkness, it would be so sick. It'd be so good. But Nintendo's probably not going to do it. But all right, boys and girls.
Hey, whatever happened?
Oh, never mind. Go ahead. Feel free. I was going to wrap it up.
Whatever happened to that spiritual successor to Eternal Darkness?
What did happen to that?
I was trying to eat. I was trying to eat and talk.
I don't know if it's making a successor. That game would be lit, bro.
No,
Shadow of the Eternals, I think.
No,
is the name of
it. Shadows of the Eternals. What happened to that game? I remember when they announced that.
Dennis Dyatt. That's your answer.
At least he didn't say Ridge Raper like
Ridge Raper.
That would have been bad.
Oh Lord.
You know that can be interpreted a lot of different ways, right? Ridge Raper.
That was an old RDTV. That was an old joke. I remember that.
Dreamcast guy called it.
Dreamcast guy made that.
Dude, Sean Long couldn't stop laughing the whole night.
He was non-stop laughing.
RGT was like non-stop like giggling the whole night.
I remember that.
Oh, Ridge Raper.
How do you?
I actually want that game now. That's how this is.
What the hell? No, you don't, Baron.
What is wrong with you?
No. Like that on the Switch. Hold on.
No. Not actually.
Riptide GP Renegade.
Not actually like rape of people, but it could be turned into something different. Like, you know what I mean?
Ridge Racer? You mean you want Ridge Racer?
Take the word back. He wants to take the word back and rebrand it.
No, it could be.
Change it.
Trying to rebrand it.
No, Ridge Raper sound like a sequel to Bully or something like that.
Oh,
you know
what I mean? What's wrong?
How dare you?
What is wrong with you, man? Like, what?
Y'all not thinking outside the box. Never mind.
No,
outside the box.
This is no outside the box, man. Okay, you're talking to somebody who watches Forensic
See,
Files.
I was with you for a little bit, as in, like, you know,
like a horror movie type of
something
setting. You know what I
different.
mean? Like,
then you took
Nah,
it somewhere
dog.
else.
Well,
No,
Nah, dog.
no,
Horror
dog,
movie
no,
to me.
All right.
Baron.
Nah,
all right,
dog.
never mind.
Nah,
Never
dog.
mind, man. Y'all mind the gutter too much, man. That's why.
Yeah,
ridiculous.
Like
got
huge
that
pause
guy.
moment, dog.
Yeah, no, you lost us, Baron. You lost
Yeah.
us.
You brung it
I'm
up,
just-
so
You
I'm
brought
just
us into
sitting
the
here
woods and you
waiting
led us
for-
to nowhere.
I'm just sitting here waiting for another Def Jam.
Oh, you
I
like
went to
that?
pick up-
We-
I actually
Oh,
talked
man.
about
I
that.
love it.
Definitely
Actually, talked about
okay,
talked about that
Destin, I gotta
Argentina.
ask you a question, and this will determine whether I flip out and leave
Uh-oh.
the podcast. Which Def Jam game was the best one? Def Jam Vendetta or Def Jam Fight for NY?
Def Jam Fight for
Which-
New York.
Good, good.
You know that's $100 on the GameCube now. I lost. Yeah, I
I
was
got
in the
both
store
them shits.
looking for it because I wanted it. I've been searching for it because one of the retro game stores I go to all the time, he's like, every time they get it in, it sells like instantly. So it was at one of it was at J&L.
Fight for New York was
I
classic.
cannot stand
like-
y'all Fight for New York stands. I can't stand y'all.
Yo, first of
I'm
Why
all,
can't you have
OG
both?
Def
Why
Jam,
not both?
but-
I like both.
Vendetta was definitely the better.
Vendetta was
The way-
great.
Yo.
Vendetta was. Oh, God.
I know what I'm gonna
Had to
do
be
on
my
Dreams.
And what
now.
they did to D Mob, man. Oh my God! I
Mhm.
swear to God. man,
Okay.
they turned him into a bitch, man. I can't do it.
I'm gonna make a Def Jam game on Dreams.
This guy.
Who's it gonna be? T.I. and Little
Ambitious.
Uzi Vert? Or something?
No, Scooty Eye. We're
Hey,
gonna have
hey,
Method
hey,
Man.
hey,
we're
we're
gonna
talking about
have MF Doom. We're gonna have everyone.
Of
Everyone's
all
gonna
people,
Missy
MF Doom.
Elliott
Really?
everyone's
Like,
there.
gonna be
hold up.
called-
Why MF Doom?
And Denzel
That's
Curry.
what I'm saying. Of all people, MF
Why
Doom.
MF Doom? Bro,
Why
you wouldn't
MF
want to
Doom?
fight MF Doom in a fighting game? Come on.
It's gonna be called.
You better off putting Riff
Jam.
Raff in there.
Trash
Yo,
Jam.
Yo,
Trash
Riff Raff's gonna
Jam.
be coming in with the Dolphins.
Fight for
crazy
ass.
moves.
That's what it's gonna be.
What? Oh my God!
Trash
Yo,
Jam.
yo,
Fight for
Gucci
fight
Mane
for
with
garbage.
the
That's
bird
what it's
with
gonna be
ice
called.
attacks.
Like,
Like,
That
come
man
on.
said, "Fight for ass."
Fight
Wow.
for garbage.
That's OJ. OJ's saying fight for ass.
Hey man,
that game is gonna be hot trash.
I'm
Nah, everyone here is asking for it and laughing.
Yeah, you know what? Fine, let's do it. Let's see how many people.
Gucci Mane with the burr? Come on.
Gucci
He'll just
Mane.
freeze everyone. Sheer cold
With the
style.
burr.
First of all, with you
But
you
let
saying
him do
Burr
that,
wrong.
though.
That's
Well,
no. Hey, hold up now. Wait a minute.
Burr.
What the hell was that?
Hey,
Oh, man.
you're a fan of Jeezy more than Gucci though, so you can't talk.
No, I love both of them. What are you talking about?
Love both of them. I remember on Twitter a while back. I remember saying Gucci over Jeezy, and you're like, "What?"
No, I would no, because Gucci understands who he is.
They aren't rappers, but they have.
You know,
They
Gucci
have a
understands
certain flavor.
he's a trap man. He's a trap rapper, man.
Yes.
He understands he's just
trap music.
for the ride music and the bouncing music.
Yes.
He's never going to tell you he's one of the greatest rappers.
Oh yeah, of course
That's
he's not. Yeah, he's not a greatest rapper. He's a trapper. That's exactly his.
He's a trap queen.
I don't know about Queen. That's Fetty Wap's girl. Whatever that
Not a
is.
good look.
That messed me up.
Hey man,
Vendetta and Dreams.
Hold
Hey,
up.
we not
What?
trying to
She's
recreate.
my
We're-
trap queen. That was my song when it was out, bro. That was my song, bro.
That song was. I actually like that song a lot.
Yeah.
I was thinking
What?
about
OJ liked
they-
that song? Wow.
Yeah.
Fetty
if
Fetty
they
Wap.
redid a Def Jam, what rappers would they put in it from?
Oh, I'm telling you my
now?
top 10 right now. I'm telling you my top 10 right now. Number one, you got to put Eminem in there. Number two, you got to put Nick Cannon. Number three, you got to put Mariah Carey.
They already
You got to think about it.
Mariah.
You got to put Mariah Carey number three because that's the best beef going right now. You got to put them.
But
three.
you don't have to put her in there for the beef to go.
Oh,
Like,
I would want to see
You don't
Mariah.
want
in
to
there.
Nah, you gotta put, like-
Maybe it should be an assist.
You got to put 50 Cent in there. You got to put Ja Rule in there.
Oh yeah.
Who else is beefing right now? You got to put Drake in there. Even though
yeah.
Nicki
Suge,
Minaj
no,
and
no.
Cardi B got to be on the cover.
Yes.
Y'all put
They have to
Suge.
be on the
Nicki
cover.
Minaj
No,
and Cardi B on
No,
the cover.
Eminem should
you
definitely be
gotta
on the cover.
have the Catch Me Outside girl in there as like a
Oh,
diva.
bad
Notable
baby.
character.
We need a little Yachty in there too, I guess.
Oh god.
I want to see some other I want to see like Tech 9 and some of the other underground.
Tech 9. I'll put Tech 9. I'll put Tech 9.
You gotta put Royce of 5'9" in there.
Yes,
You got
Royce
Royce
the
the
5'9".
5'9".
You gotta put the Royce the 5'9".
Swollen
What is he gonna be? A spirit in the game or something? What,
Yo, because I'm not doing more than 20 characters. I'm just gonna let y'all know that.
what is he gonna be?
It's
A
not
meat
gonna be
character?
20,
A meat
and
character?
there's not gonna be DLC. It's gonna be 20. Whatever the 20 is up to.
You gotta put at least put Royce in there.
Oh, Soldier Boy for sure.
Put
Soldier
Field
Boy.
Mob in.
Oh yeah,
my
definitely
God.
Soldier Boy.
Absolutely.
He's gotta be
Soulja
in the
Boy.
game. Maybe we'll
definitely
So we just gonna throw
Alright, yo,
in
K-Dot.
here where like Snoop Dogg should be in there.
Snoop Dogg.
Oh, Snoop
Dogg.
definitely. He
Oh.
automatic. He
Oh.
automatic.
Alright, so
Busta
Snoop Dogg,
Rhymes.
he's the smoke type.
you gotta put
DMX.
Kendrick in there.
DMX.
Kendrick definitely.
yeah.
Kendrick's be in there.
Little Nas X definitely has to be in this.
Oh,
game.
absolutely.
Yo,
It's
he'll have the horses coming in.
He's a troll
from the
character.
back.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Oh yeah.
That's
that
why I
was
said
dope.
should be the end boss. Put
Eve.
Suge in there.
Yo, definitely. Maybe I'll
After
post.
when
Maybe I'll
he
make a
ran over
post on
that
Twitter
man.
about it.
Machine
He's
Gun
definitely
Kelly.
gonna be
We gotta
about
put
it.
Machine Gun Kelly. If Eminem's in, we gotta put Machine Gun
No,
Kelly.
nigga.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
We already got
what?
Nick Cannon. We got Nick Cannon in there. That's the
No.
beat.
Oh, Nick
Machine
Cannon
Gun.
gotta be in there, dog. Nick Cannon gotta
Why?
be in.
Somebody said Killer Mike.
Killer
Killer.
Mike, yo.
I don't know about
Killer
Killer
Mike,
Mike
yo,
maybe.
Run the Jewels. No,
Kill
as
from
a
the
duo,
beginning.
LP and Killer Mike as a duo. So it's a 2-on-1,
Tag
it's like a
team?
handicap, like a tag
Okay,
team.
y'all
So
can
like
give up
Ice
the
Climbers is
dream.
like 2 characters. So it's
Y'all,
like
y'all can give up the dream of Will Smith. He's too big now. They're not gonna put him in.
Yeah,
He's not gonna
well,
be able
Will
to.
Smith is
Same
like
about
the
Jay-Z.
internet's dad now.
No,
Yeah,
put
yeah,
Will
that's-
Smith in there. And LL
Will
Cool
Smith
J.
would not want to be part of that game.
LL Cool J and Will Smith, both of them.
LL might do it.
LL.
He might.
Ella will do it. Ella will do it.
LL and
maybe
Will-
John
Will ain't
Cena
doing
will
it.
come in
Ice-T.
there,
I say Will.
thugonomic style.
Ice-T definitely. I can see
Dre,
that.
Ice Cube,
Ice-T would try to
Eazy-E. I
be-
want all of
I
that.
see would probably try to program
Easy.
the
Did
game.
you say Doc Trey?
Or not?
You didn't say Doc Trey. You didn't say Doc Trey.
You said Doc Trey.
Someone clip that.
Dr. Dre. Doc Trey.
Yes,
Run
Doc
DMC.
Trey. Nah, leave Run DMC out, man.
Yeah.
They could be NPCs or something. Nah,
All right,
don't want
but
them on the
and
roster.
I
Yeah,
think
they're
10
good,
new
though.
school,
I mean,
10
for the most
old
part.
school. All right, 10 new school, 10 old
That's
school.
not enough.
That's what we're
We
probably
need like
doing.
50 people.
There's
Maybe
nobody
five
new
public-
school.
This ain't Smash Brothers. Let's bring it down.
Hey,
Right?
Smash Brothers only had 12 characters.
Buy your Def Jam DLC cards.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to have a season pass with this game.
Oh
if
yeah,
they-
Hey,
absolutely.
If the season pass
Definitely.
happens,
You know
just
how many
that's
people
the,
would
But
be
you know what?
They're talking about we need some Tupac.
Oh yeah, we need to.
And
they
Nyko,
wouldn't
I
do
said
it.
I'll take 2 years at most. to
They
make
wouldn't do
Yeah.
it, but there'd be
Oh,
people
Kanye
being like,
got
we
me.
got all these
Kanye got
rappers. How we don't have no Tupac?
Can you just imagine if Tupac and Biggie was in this game?
Man,
You will never hear the
You know
end
how
of
many
it, man.
you know how
You
many
will never
people
hear
would
the end
make,
of it.
like gameplay
Yo.
of just them fighting.
I
each
know.
other?
Yo.
That would be so
Every
much
time.
clickbait. I would clickbait.
I
the hell out of
think
that.
I think we have to have 22 characters. Like Tupac and Biggie have to be.
If Tupac and Biggie were in there, I'd become a Def Jam channel. It would just be all Def Jam content. Literally
I need to
100%
think of a
of the time
name.
different
I need to
matches
think of a
between-
name for the game first, and I can't say it to anyone. Someone will take it and run with it right now. So I'm not gonna say the name.
Brown in there.
I'd be
Foxy
down
Brown.
for like.
Brown.
Chris Brown and Rihanna in there.
Oh damn. That's a possibility too.
That's a handicap match. All
Well,
right,
Rihanna won that
Real
fight.
rematch.
Just look at the bank accounts.
You
So,
saying want the rematch, Rihanna and Chris Brown.
I think Rihanna would
Damn.
kick his butt this time. If they had a rematch, I would definitely beat Rihanna and like knock.
All
his
of a
ass
sudden,
out.
she just comes out of nowhere. She's like, umbrella.
yeah. And then she'll call in the tank from her rude video and just use the tank.
I
As
love
a,
Rihanna. I love
um,
Rihanna. I think she's awesome. I think she's awesome.
Oh,
Rihanna
Let me
definitely-
see.
yo, but seriously, that's a great idea because they're not gonna make the game.
They're not,
Oh,
but
I don't
you
know,
know,
man.
you know
I
why?
think it's happening.
I don't think
I
so
don't-
because rap's in a different place. It's in a different climate than it used to be. So
I know
don't
it's in a
think so.
different it's in a different place, but you gotta understand a lot of these rappers they game, and a lot of these rappers actually want to see it happen.
Oh, of course.
It's
yeah.
a lot of paperwork that's gonna have to make it happen. I think that's what's
Not,
taking so long,
but you see, we're in an age to be everyone's friend. Back in that climate of rap, no one wanted to be each other's friend.
Dude, what's it called? Somebody said I want Andre 3000. Hell yeah, Andre.
Andre.
3000.
Yeah.
3 stacks? Yeah, definitely 3 stacks.
But
Luda,
what would his move list be though? That's
He
kind
hits
of
with
weird.
the trumpet.
Yeah,
That's the
what
first
would
thing
it
that
be?
I would.
I think he'd be
Smacks
more.
right
What is
in
it?
the trumpet.
He'd be a technical character. He'd be very technical.
Yes.
I
you
mean,
have to put
As long as they don't do
Yeah.
his "Hey y'all" in the part of his
No,
track, I don't want
need
that
that
song in there.
outfit. I need.
I
the
hate that
suspenders.
song so much.
I need the outfit and I
Yo,
need the long perm
I'll
hair.
try.
Yes.
I'll try to do 2 outfits per character.
If
too,
that's
at
if we
least.
put anyone in there, like T-Pain in there, use the auto
Yes.
as an attack.
Yes.
Like yeah.
And everybody
Oh,
ears
yeah.
blow up time to hear it.
No, the problem, like what they were saying, the problem is the licensing. That's the biggest issue. Is the
Yeah.
licensing and paying everybody correctly. And people are like, oh,
That's
you
what
pay
dreams
me.
are for. It's
Hold
a
on,
dream.
hold on. Since all the rappers nowadays sound like hot trash, we gotta put their
Honestly-
father in there. Their father, Future, he started the mumble rap.
Hey,
movement.
hey,
So we gotta
man,
put
leave
Future
Future alone, man.
Hey,
He
hey,
started
I
hey.
mean, I feel like
He
if the
sounds better
company,
than the
if the
Migo.
T-Pain is
if
the
they make
actual
it and they
originator,
approach certain
technically.
rappers, they
Wait,
be
wait.
down for it.
T-Pain is what?
I agree with
T-Pain
Destiny
and-
on that one.
T-Pain and Gucci Mane are the technical creators of the scene.
Because
currently.
like they have
That's true.
songs with people.
and they were out before Future was out, so they grew Future.
Future.
T-
That's Future's the
T-Pain-
deadbeat- Future's the
T-Pain
deadbeat
can actually
dad,
sing
right?
though.
You've been rapping for a long time like
Future?
that.
T-Pain can actually sing though.
Oh no, he
Have-
can actually sing, yes, but at the time back then, people would love the auto tune, and he was also in Kanye's album 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah, and then
He's a
he
core
inspired
aspect of that.
Jay-Z and Kanye started doing auto-tune a whole bunch of Watch the Throne after that. I remember
Well,
that.
yeah. after that,
Shout out to somebody in the
Oh,
chat.
Freddie
said-
Gibbs too.
Somebody in the chat said, "Rich boy, throw some D's on it." Boy, that's throwing it back right there.
Boy.
Really throwing it back.
And somebody called me the old head.
You got-
Whatever
Yo.
happened to Akon?
What?
Akon
He's
busy.
doing big stuff. He's doing big
No,
stuff.
He's building a city in Africa.
Yo,
right now.
Akon's gonna be the one building the entire facility. He's gonna be like the NPC you talk to
Akon
there.
was like in Fresno like a couple years back. He was doing a show. People still go. Like they still like him. He's just
That's
not.
all-
I saw Nelly was doing a show in was it Vegas?
Nelly.
Like people still going to
Probably.
see Nelly?
A lot of these guys still like you don't hear about them as much like in terms of like commercially, but a lot of them
Yeah,
still
they
tour.
tour.
And that's how they make all their money. They just tour. They'll go
Boys
on
and Men
like
still touring.
10
Yo, who-
city tour, and bam, they'll make their 1.6 million or 1.7 or 2 million, and then they call it. Then they just chill, have fun, and then they do it again the next year.
Yo,
they
this
sing
yeah.
their old. They sing their old songs. They don't even make new songs. They just sing their old stuff and make money. So I mean, that's how.
Yo, y'all got me thinking about this
It's
game.
legacy content.
Like
I'm
Ashanti,
telling you,
guys remember
Baron.
Ashanti?
I'll make it.
I
I'll make
do.
it.
Ashanti, oh man,
Ashanti's
that's
Ashanti's
still
making
touring.
music. No, I saw.
Yeah,
she's still
making
touring,
music.
just
She's doing
making-
big
yeah.
things.
So is Maya.
Yeah, Maya, Ashanti, these people that are from like in the 90s and early 2000s, they're still doing their thing. They just
hey,
just not in the
hey,
spotlight
throw
anymore.
them in the game too, man. Throw them
Yo,
in the game.
who would be the troll character? TH3
No, you know what it'd be.
Chingy would be a troll
6ix9ine.
character.
Ching-
6ix9ine,
6ix9ine,
yo.
definitely a troll
Oh, God.
character.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's
Uh,
that's a good idea.
Oh,
Oh,
well,
God.
he could be an inbox too because he's the.
You know what would be dope if they get Joe
But
Budden
not-
to be the announcer in the commentary.
Yo.
Isn't he was in the first game, right?
He was in the first game, but
Yeah.
he's only an announcer in this new one. He's an announcer.
Yeah,
commentator.
and there'll be
Talk-
jokes,
talk
and,
smack
and
and
there'll be
maybe
jokes
bonus-
they'll make to Joe Budden, like, "Oh, you used to be a fighter, now you're here at the announce table."
Oh,
There's some young
But
But
kids.
Joe, don't sleep on Buddy. No, Buddy could still rap though. Let's not.
See,
front.
we was having fun
but
that
he ain't
somebody
no Royce,
said.
though. He ain't no Royce.
Look
He
at this
can-
now. We was having fun and somebody said R. Kelly. Here
nah,
we go.
Redman and Method Man at like the announcer table doing commentary. Redman and Method Man doing commentary.
They need
Yo,
to be in the
Redman
I think they
Method
should
Man,
still be in the
yeah.
They
game,
should still be
honestly.
in.
Yeah, I
I
was
do
gonna put them
too.
in the game. Yeah,
But maybe they can do.
They just so
commentary as well.
iconic to the series. I
Yeah.
think.
or maybe I'll
I
put
say
one
bring
of
back
them
All
as
Dirty,
the
R.I.P.
commentary and one of them
Man,
as.
this game is never
in the
gonna
game.
happen. This is what makes me sad about this conversation. This is
I'm
never
literally
gonna
saying I'm
happen.
gonna make it. I have to go
I
through
feel
all this.
like
The cast
honestly,
alone
I
would be
feel like
really
if they picked a handful of people and brought the game to them, that they'd be down for it. I feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
Cardi B would definitely be down for this, something like
Yeah.
this. And
Yeah,
her
she
being
would.
in the game, you know that she'd play it and promote the shit out of it for free and talk the shit out about it. Be like, yo, go on her like Instagram live and tell everybody she's in this game. Go play this game. Tag her here, there.
Yep.
You know what we need, Destiny? We need
Jesus.
the one guy, and not just Jesus.
Okay.
You know, with Jesus, everything is possible. But you know, this one guy that always brings people together, and I don't know how he does it, but he does it every time.
I know you're gonna say. Go ahead.
They need to get DJ Khaled on this
I
project.
knew it. I knew it.
That would be,
Another
he
one.
would be
Baby
the
can
best
never
announcer.
in the game.
Yo,
Yo, Baron.
That
Yo,
would
Baron.
be the best announcer.
Yo, Baron. You smart.
My son.
You smart.
So
That
that
boy,
means-
I don't know how
No,
he
no.
does.
And every time you do attacks and combos, he'll be like, "You smart."
No, but if you
You
get
loyal.
hit, then you
No,
gotta have
every
Bieber.
time
You
he
gotta
hits
have
you, he's
Bieber,
like, "We the
right?
best, we the best."
Oh, as a character, that'd be
You
dope.
need Bieber.
But
Then. If you get Bieber, then you get everybody to buy this game. Then you get Bieber, and I think that would be the key. You get Bieber,
Yeah, but
and this game goes.
You know, the only fight I really want is Genuine versus Justin Timberlake. I
Well,
really
no,
want.
that's happening in the game, but-
That's the
What's
Why?
the battle I
take
really
each
want.
other to death so you can take them.
I just remember the last time that I heard about Genuine, I saw a picture of Genuine.
Oh Lord.
and
Genuine or was it Usher?
That's the last time that I heard about Genuine. I was like, okay, well, hey, Genuine, I see you fist bump, my boy. All right, keep doing your thing, you know? That's the last time I heard about Genuine. Anyone remember about that? But Genuine.
Genuine broke up.
Yeah,
with
I heard
girl,
about
though.
that.
She was a rapper too. She could be in it.
But did you see the
what was
picture
her
though
name?
there?
I have no comment on those rumors.
Ben doesn't want to admit that he won.
Someone said Taylor Swift versus
Oh,
Kanye
oh,
West.
definitely put Taylor Swift in there.
But Kanye.
Yes.
Taylor
And
Swift
put-
looks
y'all
like she
put
like
Kanye
if
in
you
there
touch her,
because
she
she's
would
in
break every bone in her
I
body.
love me some Tay Tay, man. I love
She
me
looks
some
pretty
Tay-Tay.
fragile. I don't know if Taylor Swift would do it. She looks extremely fragile.
She
Did
would
you
be-
see how skinny the girls was in the last game? What you
She
talking
would be the
about?
Stephanie McMahon of the game.
But she
basically.
looks,
Oh, wow.
Stephanie McMahon is
Right.
definitely tougher than Taylor
Yeah.
Swift.
She is now because
I mean, I'm looking at the girls in the last game. They weren't thick. You look at everybody. They
Yeah,
got
they was
abs.
slim.
No, just,
They
well,
was
just
slim.
because a girl is thin doesn't mean she looks
No,
fragile.
I know.
But Taylor
Taylor
looks
Swift
literally-
looks like she needs a hamburger.
Yeah, she looks like she's
Yeah.
never fought
About
anybody in
2 or
her
3.
life. She looks like she's never
Yeah.
actually punched anything in her
Yeah,
life.
you don't know that the people have to be on Def Jam though. When I make this correct.
No, they don't have to be.
Well,
No.
this game it wouldn't be
They
Def
weren't
Jam.
in the
though.
original game.
Because the last one they all wasn't on Def
You
Jam.
know what? That's probably. But then maybe I'll just call it something else then, not Def Jam. But
No,
It still has to be.
it's
It still has to be called Def Jam. You know what I mean?
Def
It's just-
Jam.
I mean,
fight-
technically, don't have
oh,
to be.
I thought of a name. I thought.
Yo, you know what you call it?
because
You
those
call it.
people's likenesses don't belong to those labels. So
Yo.
you can-
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yo, watch this. You could call it Def Jam and indie or Def Jam and independent because everyone's independent now.
Def
I-
Jam fight for the mic.
I just put the name in the
Maybe
Discord.
Lizzo in
So
there.
I see it.
hold on.
Oh,
So
wow.
what is gonna be
Iggy
struggle,
Azalea
struggle
in
rapper
there?
combat, struggle streamer combat.
No, they need to call it Def Jam Battleground.
Battleground. I think that would have been better because
PUBG Battleground. What?
like Battleground. Yeah, exactly.
Def
PUBG.
Jam Battleground. It's a battle
Yo,
between all
the
hip
name I
hop.
just
That
put in
sound
the
like a good
Discord
title.
chat. That's definitely a better name. Come on.
I can fuck with that.
Okay, somebody said Cherokee, but the only I'm not gonna say the Cherokee that I thought of.
Yo, Lizzo. We're putting Lizzo in there. That's fact.
Oh, Lizzo! Oh my God!
Lizzo's in the
You put
game.
down look good,
We
too.
need Lizzo
Doja
in the
Cat.
game.
Oh man, not
Yo,
Lizzo.
Doja Cat. That'd be dope.
I'm about
If you
tired
gonna
of that
put
girl.
Lizzo in there, you need to put Queen Latifah in there too.
Yep.
Oh,
Queen's
how,
great.
Yo, Queen Latifah's gonna be in there.
I
Missy
mean-
Elliott is gonna be in there.
Yup.
Missy Elliott's the goat for female rappers.
Yeah.
yeah, she is.
I mean, if we're just throwing anyone in there, Mary J. Blige.
I
Yeah.
like
See,
that.
like,
I feel like Mary would be down to do something.
Yup.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
I'm
would
pretty
be.
sure she'd be down for a paycheck.
Oh no. You know what?
Wow.
Ray Lee has the best answer, and I totally forgot about.
Who the hell said Carrie Hilson? Leave the chat
Hey.
immediately.
hey.
Yo, Cupcake. We're putting Cupcake in the game.
Ain't nothing wrong with Columbia High School, man.
Ugh.
Beyonce.
Carrie Hill. Beyonce is not having it, so y'all
Yeah,
can hang
Beyonce
that
ain't
up.
gonna be in the
She's not
game.
even gonna let
Sorry.
Jay-Z
We didn't
be
talk
in
about
the
Jay Z
game.
then. But Jay
And that's his
Z,
label.
Yeah, you can't put Jay. I don't.
Yeah,
Jay gonna
Jay-
actually
Ain't gonna let
fit.
him in the game.
Yeah,
we
Beyonce's
ain't
not
putting
having it.
I mean, if you
I
put
bet
Jay-Z in
you
the
Kim
game,
might.
but if you put
Kim
Jay-Z in the
might
game, you gotta put Solange in the game. Then.
Solange might do something like
Solange
that.
will do it.
She'll do anything
Solange
for
do
money.
it.
Pretty
I mean,
much.
she beat the shit out of Jay-Z in the elevator, so she's down for a little
Yeah,
bit.
that-
I finally saw that video of her freaking taekwondoing Jay Z. That was great, man. I was like,
Man, she had the hands.
she hit him with that combo, man. It was fantastic. I'm surprised she didn't keep
that
going,
3-piece.
considering what she just learned at that point. You know,
Yep.
what she just learned. I mean, like, I'm surprised she didn't keep going. But I guess there was another person in there that kind of broke him up a little bit. But yeah, that was a good elevator.
Yo, this has the potential to be the greatest fighting game ever. And
Yo,
Right?
we
And
probably-
then
we
they
probably
go
never gonna
and
get it.
to, like,
Yo,
the
you know who I'm gonna put in the game? There's 2 Chainz, Nas. There's
Hold up, I gotta.
Slick Rick, Pusha T,
OJ, I want you to imagine this. This game gets released and it starts main event in Evo. Just imagine that.
Oh my god.
They boot up dreams and boot up my
They start
game.
main.
What?
I will
That's
become.
not a thing.
I will make it to the Evo. I will go with my do rag.
Can you imagine how big Evo will get just off of a game like
And
this?
I'll be the
do-rag.
soccer.
We need to see that. We need to make
I'll be
this
the I'll be the
All that.
Sakurai.
Evo's
giving
already
people their
big. I'm just
medals and
saying. Once the culture
Where are the
accepts
wrestling
this game,
tournaments?
Hey, I just
Where
gotta
are
say
they?
something. If they did this at an Evo, they gotta up the security just a little bit, bro. Because
oh wow!
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh
up the
wow!
security
man.
just a little bit, bro. You can't
Oh
be
my
going there
God.
like that. You
That's
gotta
messed up.
up
Bro.
the
Racist.
security.
This,
You know
this
they
would be
do,
the
though.
game that would
No,
turn
stop
me
it. You know they do. I can say that. I don't give a damn. I can say it. DC, you
OJ,
can't, but I
man.
can say it. I'm gonna say it.
Here we go. OJ, I thought we left the crazy one-liners back last year. You know,
Yeah. Oh, they did
all
it
that
again.
crazy shit you've been saying. Now you
Oh,
coming
yeah,
back
I
with
said
it.
I said it damn right. They're gonna have to up the security there, man.
First we was talking about Mayo, then we talking about Dora the Explorer. It's like, come on, man.
Yeah.
OJ, man,
What
why
are you
why
talking
you
about? You
just
like the
sound
wood, Baron? Bro, what's the-
Yeah, that's true. You like the wood, Baron.
Pause.
Y'all tripping.
I'll say it
Destiny.
for y'all.
Like-
Pause.
Destiny. Wasn't The Wood a good movie?
A what?
What
I
The
would say
Wood.
pause.
The Wood was a good movie.
What do we do?
What was I?
What do we do?
Yeah, but the way you said it, though,
Shut up, man.
it wasn't like that.
It wasn't as worse as you saying you take the D. So shut up.
Wow. Pause. Pause of this entire conversation.
Oh my god.
We'll never forget when you said that, OJ.
And we'll
You say
never
you
forget that you said that you like the wood, bro.
OJ was like, "Yeah, I'll take the D. I'll take it."
Pause.
Wait, yo. OJ, where's the emote?
I know the shovel. Both of us got both of us got a shovel right now. Me and Baron, both of us. We'll just put a,
PS3 says OJ still likes Dora.
just a big shovel between me and Baron. We'll both share the shovel right here, man.
Who is it? Somebody keep trolling. They keep saying add Cisco. Like, what are we doing? What are we
He'd
doing?
definitely be like Rey Mysterio. You know what I'm saying? Like that dude would definitely be Rey Mysterio, man.
Listen to that Rey Mysterio moveset.
We'd be like Baldo. That's what we be.
Hey, don't be sitting on Vault though.
I mean, look at how excited he gets for a thong, bro. I mean, imagine him actually being in a fighting game. Like this man doing flips and then dancing and flying up into the
I mean,
air.
at that point, if we're gonna have Cisco, you might as well have Shaggy.
Wow.
That's the guy.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, it
All
wasn't
right,
me.
so
yeah,
so
that
so,
guy.
so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have 8 veteran characters, 8 new school characters that are all part of Def Jam, and then 4 veteran artists that are outside of Def Jam, and then 4 new school artists that are popular that are not part of Def Jam.
DC, we already determined that this roster for this game has to be 30 or more.
It ain't gonna be
It
30
can't be
or
under
more.
30.
So
It
we're
ain't gonna
talking
be
can't
30
be
or
under
more.
30.
Y'all gonna have to treat this like it's the PS2 days, and you're gonna have to wait for the new game. They ain't no DLC.
Shout outs to Christian with the 10. He says, "What's up, casters?" Christian says, "What up?"
Gucci
what
dog,
up?
you're gonna need like 80 slots, bruh.
Shout
Little
outs to
Dicky.
Christian, my boy. What's up, Christian?
I actually like Lil Dicky though.
I do too.
Oh
His
my
music
God, what
video
is
is
happening
really
right
good.
Said Snoop would show up even if he wasn't in the game. Snoop's awesome,
Yeah.
man. I like Snoop Dogg.
He'd probably be one of the
Snoop is
best.
awesome.
He'd be one of the pimping out the games. Snoop would be like, go. Well, I don't know. Is he still banned on Twitch?
Snoop.
He probably got back unbanned.
probably
Yeah,
doesn't
Snoop is
care.
a big gamer, so I know he'll be
Yeah,
down for
him
that.
and Ice-T be gaming too.
Oh, Ice-T's like a
He's
super
in
Ice-
the damn
yeah.
game.
Yo,
T-Pain too.
yo, Ice-T be clowning some people who be trying to come after him on Twitter though.
Ice-T's Twitter account is amazing because you know he's.
Oh
It's-
yeah, I
so much.
see. He's
like an,
wildin'.
Oh, he even roasted
an
one of our
American version
Elite
of,
Ninja one time.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
he
with,
did.
With G5, he
G5. I remember that.
G5.
Wow. What did G5 do? He always getting into something, man. What's
G5
wrong with
is
that dude?
What do you do when you get into what do you do when you get into an argument with a grown ass man that's a retired pimp? What do you?
I don't know, man.
There's nothing you
What
can
he
say to
did.
him.
Well, no, the reason what happened was that it was about Call of Duty, something about Call of Duty.
Yeah, it was about Call of Duty.
It was about something about Call of Duty, and you know.
Well, you know, Nate Dogg's a great pick, by the way. TH3, I'm gonna do Nate Dogg, but I can get John Cena in the game. He follows me, so.
Wait.
I hate you.
Wait, John
I
Cena's
hate
not a
you.
rapper.
No, John Cena does not follow me, and John Cena has made music. He made
Wait.
raps. Yeah, he has.
Yeah.
He has
Wait,
music. I bought his CD. It was whack.
Wait. Hold up. Just because you could put out an album doesn't make you a rapper. That's just like someone who sings
John
badly.
Cena is the best
a singer.
rapper of
Okay,
all
so then,
time.
then Shaq. Let's put Shaq in the game then too. Right?
Exactly.
I like having Shaq in there. Shaq had a couple of hits.
Okay, Allen Iverson.
Kobe
Allen
got
Iverson.
one too.
No, absolutely not.
Okay,
That dude was
Damian
trash.
Lillard. We're gonna put Damian Lillard in there too.
Hell no.
Okay, well, all
You
those
at
guys
least gotta have. You at least gotta
Marty
have
putting
one
LeBron James
lukewarm
in
hit
for
under
rapping
your belt.
too?
Okay, all those
At
guys
least
have
one.
albums.
All right, so you know what? Vanilla Ice. You got to put Vanilla Ice in the game.
He's historic, so of course you can put him in there.
Vanilla Ice should definitely be in the game, but I'm just
He's
saying,
He's
like,
historic, so you got to put him in there.
Just
But
having
we
an
can't have
album
all
doesn't
ice
get you into the
characters.
game.
We got Vanilla
Johnson
Ice.
has some raps. He
I
got
got
some
it.
fire.
He ain't got no
Deion
fire.
Sanders, because he's gonna perform his song.
You
with
storming at
MC
him like it's thunder and lightning.
Yeah.
Oh
Never catch him in the next man's sweater.
Oh my god,
man, that's some weak bars right there.
If you hate, then you
Those are
hate.
bars?
You drop
Wait,
the
those
whole
are bars?
clan. Lay your ass down with the 3-second. I do better.
Those are bars?
Oh, not really. I was just being generous.
Abaddon does not look impressed.
Abaddon looks like he's about to
be
laugh.
honest,
He clean your mouth like Colgate.
I
I don't even
did.
care.
We gotta bring up the metronome. What we about to do? We about to bring the beat up.
Yo.
Hey, watch me
OJ.
making fun of this stuff right now, and Nintendo announce at E3. Yeah, we bringing back Def Jam because y'all want it.
Yo, I'd be like,
You know how many
I
people would be
called
mad?
this. I called this. Like that.
And
You
Yo,
know how many people be mad at that? Oh man, that would be so funny to see.
But Michael Jordan never rapped. Somebody said Mike. Oh, or he's talking about Mike.
No.
Somebody in the chat said Michael Jordan. Or no, they said Mike Jordan.
LeBron James rap.
LeBron James is a horrible rapper.
Is he saying Michael Jordan or Montel Jordan?
No, he's saying he's Michael B. Jordan. Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, Michael B.
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, he definitely had a rap song.
Did he?
Yeah, he
That was
did.
probably corny as hell. Wasn't it?
No, I'm saying so him,
Michael
Kobe,
B. Jordan
and
rapping. He just need to stick to acting.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They all pick up songs.
Stick to
But
Killmonger.
then,
Yeah.
Like I said, Deion and MC Hammer.
MC Hammer.
Gotta put Ray J in there, man. Gotta put Ray J.
Nah, he ain't putting Ray
Well,
J
Kim's
in.
there, so yeah.
You got to Ray J.
Bring the whole family together.
Brandy. Then you got to Brandy too while you're at it.
You just
I don't
said
think
because
Brandon-
the bigger, you gotta.
Brandon just don't have enough personality for a game like this.
You never watched Moesha? What are you talking about, bro? That show.
you-
That wasn't her. What did
was her.
That was not. Brandy had her own show.
Yeah, Moesha.
That was the name.
You never watched
I don't know.
Moesha?
Monique.
I watched Moesha.
Yeah, that was Moesha. I know what he's trying to.
All right.
I know what he's trying
That
to.
show
say.
was
That'll be
kind of
funny.
like based off of Brandy's
PT
life.
Money says Pitbull. Imagine if I put Pitbull in the game and he's a Pitbull.
If that's
No.
the case, then you put Birdman and he's Giant Bird.
He's a bird.
So we put etymology.
Oh, you definitely got to put Birdman in there. You got
As
to.
a
Yo,
Birdman.
listen. You got to put some respect in my name.
Birdman
He has to mention his
greatest
tar.
man. The
He's
greatest-
I ain't gonna say it no
Jackson right
more.
now.
The greatest.
I ain't gonna say it no
Oh,
more.
not Janet Jackson, Tony.
Janet Jackson.
He's with Tony Braxton.
Oh, he is with Tony Braxton. Yeah.
I have not heard that name in a while. Janet, I'm down for Janet, but I don't know about Tony. Down for Janet though. Down for
You don't like Tony
Not
Jackson?
Tony. You can put Tamar in there. She got hands.
Did you say Tony
Oh,
Jackson?
God, Tamar definitely got some hands.
Tamar got hands. Put Tamar in there.
A ghetto ass man.
Somebody said Destiny's Child. That'd be
But
cool.
I mean, Tony only
Slick
like this
Rick.
big, so you.
I'm down for Destiny.
So definitely Slick Rick.
Who's the girl? Who's
I-
the girl?
I say don't put Destiny's Child because if they
It's Beyonce, Kelly, and that other chick.
I like Kelly.
if Destiny's Child's in there, everybody will just pick Michelle and beat her up. That's all they would do.
That's exactly what they would do.
Or
That would be like
put all the old members in there too. Put
She's
Latoya
like-
and Tommy in there and have.
Michelle's like the auto person they put you in the training room with.
I like Destiny. She's the sandbag or something like Smash with her default beat.
Home run contest.
She the practice
Destiny's
dummy.
Child,
Try to
though.
change them.
Like,
You
that
try to
was
change her. They're like, "Are you sure?"
that was back before Beyonce's skin color changed until she
Wait,
was she was
That's
actually
what you can do.
like.
Yo, you can change
Oh
the
wow,
sandbag.
you
in
really went there.
True Road
Yeah, I
into
went
any
there.
other character. Like it puts the
TLC
character's face
versus
on
Destiny's
the
Child.
sandbag. That'd
Oh
be
my
great.
god.
That'd be great.
That's what we were saying. Eminem versus Nick Cannon. That would just be dope.
Yeah, that's why I put them number one, number two. I definitely want to see that.
Well, no, then you have to
That'd
get
be
Machine Gun
hilarious.
Kelly in there. Triple threat. Triple
Oh
threat
my
match.
god. Machine Gun Kelly would get destroyed.
Dude, he's like 6
Yeah,
foot.
he
He's
will.
like 6'3". Is it like 6'3", 6'4"? I think he could probably.
He
choke
looked
somebody
like
out.
he weighed 105 pounds.
Wu-Tang.
But that doesn't mean he can't fight. I think he might be able to. He might be able to throw some hands with that long reach.
know.
You know.
He don't look. He would survive if he doesn't knock him out for that.
Eminem's like, dude. Eminem's like 5'8".
Eminem's 5'8".
Eminem looks
Yeah,
so.
but Eminem hits the gym now.
Yo, how
Eminem looked like he'd been through life.
That's true.
Oh, yeah.
yo, how old is Bunchy? He talking about SWV.
Whoa.
Golly, boy, you old
That's
as
a
hell.
throwback. That's a throwback.
You old as hell, boy.
I would put Tiny on there then. If you gonna go that far back,
Boy, you about old as the pyramids, man. Talking about some SWV.
just put Tiny and T.
I mean, I respect it. Nah, we gotta respect that. We did say Slick Ricks. We gotta respect that.
That's Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Well, because they classic.
You gotta respect that.
I can't even name a SWV song right now. I don't even remember them songs, the name of them songs.
I'm not gonna age myself by giving you one.
I cannot remember one.
Bunchy just likes listening to those old school. But then what about like if we're going like even old? No, we can't do like Jackson 5 and all that.
Nah. We're gonna leave them alone.
That's going
You're going way
60s,
too
man.
far. You're going way too
Jackson
far.
5 though. Wasn't Jackson 5
Which
dope?
Yo,
version?
I think
so
they
far,
had
Kanye, Nas.
I think they had enough violence in their life. We don't need them in the game.
Hey, sir.
Hold on. Nobody mentioned Cameron.
Cameron,
he whacked
Killer Cam?
Purple Rain.
Whoa.
That's Purple Rain.
Whoa.
Let's go.
Whoa.
Because like
Come on,
Cameron's
man.
he's just like
Killer Cam.
But
When he
if
was
you
Killer
gonna
Cam.
Purple Haze.
But if you
Killer
gonna
Cam
have
with Murder
all these
Mace?
damn people in there, you might as well.
Killer Cam with
Say
Murder.
Murder Mace. Stop it.
That's who he was back in that time. We went in that point.
Murder Mace.
Oh,
Yeah, I
No
mean,
one said Tiger.
I remember that
they
name.
should
Whoa.
definitely.
I do too.
But you know what we should also
like
definitely
Tiger.
do, guys, for everybody here? We should definitely end this podcast because it's going on 2 hours and 30 minutes.
I knew that was a segue.
We can do
You
this
are
early.
doing
A little
Sorry,
lackluster of a segue, but
So
it's there.
we're gonna
I
do
knew
some
he was
outros. We're gonna start with VC.
He was like, it's
VC, where
time
can they
to-
find you?
You can find me on youtube.com/VCIPZ. I'm going to be posting the link to the chat now. You should hopefully see it if you haven't already. Definitely check me out for live streams, gameplay, music, tons of great stuff, and hopefully this Def Jam game to Dreams. You'll find out about it more in the next 2 years.
Yo,
Maybe 3.
wait a minute. Hold up, bro. Wait a minute. Who's this Bunchy dude? This dude's St. Loon.
VC, you'll find out about my game in the next 2 years. It's gonna take you 2 years to make
Evan, what
this
you
game.
doing?
Hey, I'm trying to make it
Well,
some
this
perfect
is-
fighting game. I'm trying to make a perfect
Out of
fighting
the next
game.
2
People were going to
years.
Dreams and making stuff in 2 days. I'm trying to take 2 years. I'm making sure it's perfection.
You
And I
about
have
to
to run a channel too.
Oh
Come
my
on.
god.
And I got my
Bruh.
own personal music I
Hold
have
up,
to
man.
upload and personal
Can I ask y'all a
life.
question? Do y'all even
Maybe
remember
some-
Loon?
Maybe some more people to be with to go to Melting Pot again. You
This
never know.
much. I gotta remind
Melting
myself.
pot.
This man said 2 years.
Do any of y'all even remember who Loon is?
No, I don't even know who that is.
This man said Loon in the
Loon.
chat. Yo, what the
Oh, yeah, I
hell?
remember this dude.
I don't remember. Shout outs to so yeah, shout outs to Loon.
He said, "Shout out to Loon."
So in that case, Black Rob.
Destiny, where can they find you at, Destiny?
On the block, disobeying the law. You can find me.
Oh,
You can Destiny FOMO everywhere, but mostly on YouTube.
Check out her videos. She's awesome. Destiny's the homie. Destiny, how long has it been? It's been like since I know you. It's been like what, 4 years, 3 years? How long? It's been a while.
Oh wow, we've
Shout
known
out
each
to
other a
Destiny.
while.
She's the homie. So check out Destiny FOMO. She just crossed over 100K on her YouTube channel, so make sure you check it out. Doing really well over there. Good videos. And
Hold on. Go ahead, continue.
okay, I thought you were gonna say something else. My bad. All right, next up is Shadowfox. Shadowfox, where can they find you?
You can find me in the bowels of Twitter destroying people. Also, you can find me on YouTube at Shadowfox Infinite. So I can get myself up to over 1,000.
Hey, look at that play button. Hey, there you go.
Nice.
Congrats on that, Destiny.
Congrats.
Outstanding.
Sorry.
Good stuff.
My
But yeah,
bad.
you can find me there. And
Sorry,
I'll
wife's
have a
calling.
new video up hopefully tomorrow.
All right. And Avedon, where can they find you at?
Y'all can find me over at youtube.com/Avedon Smith or Beats for Breakfast. Tomorrow we have a new episode featuring Your Player 2. That's going to be a dope episode, so make sure you guys check that out at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Excited for that episode.
Nice. Your player too. He has very good quality videos, and he speaks.
Yeah, he does. He does. Like his presentation. I got to catch up. That's all I got to say.
Presentation is very good. He knows what he's doing. And last but definitely not least is Baron. Baron, where can they find you?
Yeah, I can find me on Twitter trying to search the whereabouts of Loon. You know what I mean? See what it is.
His name is Chauncey, man.
Because I need a girl to ride. Now, let me
The
stop.
girl.
Oh, that was that guy? That song?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, yeah, I remember that song.
Bruh.
That song was trash, bro. That song was trash. But it was
No,
always
the
on the
beat
radio.
was fire though.
It was always on the radio. Every time you booted up the radio, it was there, man. I remember that song though.
All right, y'all can find me on Twitter. I'm gonna be actively recruiting rappers to make this game happen. I'm gonna be
Let's
all
do it.
DJ Khaled on his Snapchat and everything. Like Khaled, get it together. You know, you like, I don't know, you're like the head group maker in this game right now. Get it together. I'm also gonna try to find the whereabouts of Murphy Lee. I don't know where he's at, but I want him in the
no, you
game
didn't.
too.
There we go.
Wait. Time
Right,
out.
lunatic.
Hold on. Wait a second though. You're
No
the
one
one that's gonna be looking
mentioned
for people,
French Montana.
and you're the one person who's like, "Oh, Dream's gonna suck. Oh, Sony PlayStation. Oh, how are you doing this?"
You said
How you
what?
doing this, Baron? What? You said you're gonna
I'm
look
not-
for people
I'm not-
for rappers. How are you gonna do that if you're gonna be making Dreams on PlayStation 4? You gonna play PlayStation?
I'm not talking about dreams. I'm talking about actually making this game happen. What
Well,
the
it's
hell?
not gonna
a real
happen
game.
anyway. Besides Dreams, I'll just let y'all know. It's
Hey, you never know. You never
Exactly. You
I'll
never
never
know.
know.
Nintendo would never do it, and I would never predict it. If Nintendo were to make a Def Jam game, I'll lose a bet, whatever the bet is, whatever it is. Just gonna say that now because
Is
it's
that a
never
safe
gonna
bet?
happen.
VC,
Yeah,
don't
take
put
it.
your foot in your mouth.
That $600
I'm
dinner.
about to say you need to. Yeah, you and your $600 meal.
Hey, I used to be able to go to Atlantic City all the time. Go there for $20, come back out with 2,000. That's all I got.
So before we go, it's being reported that
Relax.
Tom Brady is going to leave the Patriots and he's going to sign with the 49ers. That's what's being reported.
He's going to the 49ers?
No.
Cool.
Why the hell would you want that?
No, he's
Yeah,
he's
that's
very
best
close that he's leaving. He might leave the Patriots, but yes, I would. want him
He's
for the
he's not
49ers.
going.
Yes, he
Why?
needs to sign with the 49ers. Yes.
Why would you want him on the
He's
49ers?
the upgrade over Garoppolo.
Nah,
Y'all don't-
you'd
no,
rather
he's
rather
not.
keep
The nigga is-
Garoppolo. You'd rather keep. I would keep him.
You don't even need him. He got
That
trained by the same
motherfucker-
coach.
Tom Brady or
washed up,
Garoppolo,
bro.
who's better? You're kidding me. You guys actually think Garoppolo's better than Tom
No,
Brady?
but you
guys
think
are-
like
As of
over time,
today,
people
yes,
think
he
it's-
How?
is.
How is he?
Have you seen what Tom Brady did this year? What are you talking about? He did nothing,
We had no receivers.
bruh. You lost the Super Bowl because of your coach, not your quarterback.
No. It was
You
both
lost
of them.
Super Bowl because they was a better team
No,
than
it
you.
was both-
Also,
no, it was both of them. It was Garoppolo and it was the coach. It was both of
Yeah.
them.
trust me, Garoppolo can only do what is called in his
Why
helmet.
is he always
So
getting
you can't
balls
blame him.
batted down? No, shut up, Baron. You don't know what you're talking about, bro.
I know what I'm talking about. You're trying to
Bro,
you're trying to
you
get a
said that
58-year-old Tom Brady over
No.
Garoppolo. You
Time
just went to
out.
the Super Bowl.
Time out,
You don't need
bro.
no damn Tom
Bro,
Brady.
you said that Alex Smith is better than Patrick Mahomes.
That's before Patrick Mahomes went off.
Hold on.
That's different.
Hold on.
And Alex Smith
This
still
said-
performed.
this
His
was
first-
And Alex
no,
Smith still performed.
No,
so
this
it
was
doesn't
after
matter what you think.
Mahomes MVP season. You still said that.
That
Even
was not
after he won an
apples.
MVP,
Mahomes'
you
first
still
season
said
was
that.
trash.
That was not after the MVP season.
Yeah,
that
what?
is.
Bro, you.
Mahomes'
I
first
said the
season
man
was trash.
didn't do anything lose his
Yeah,
job,
right.
and I was right. He didn't
No, he.
because he
Other
put
than being
up
trash?
numbers.
He was trash first.
What do you mean? What are you talking? He put up a lot of good seasons in Kansas City. What
Alex
are you talking
Smith came
about?
right in.
Put up anything in Kansas City, bro. Like,
And that should tell you a testament to how good Andy Reid is good of a coach he is, especially when it comes to quarterbacks.
well, Patrick Mahomes is good anywhere, and Alex Smith is just a situational.
I don't think Patrick Mahomes has the same fate if he didn't land with Andy Reid and got to sit the whole year.
No, the way that
Alex
he
Smith,
the way that he
Alex
throws.
Smith led in two teams, so
No, the way that he throws, Mahomes would be good anywhere. That's natural. That's once in a generation talent.
I hope Tom Brady leaves so y'all can see how much of a fraud he is. Because he's a system QB.
He's not
He
a
is a
system
system QB.
QB. He's not
He
a
is a system QB to the T.
He's not a system
All right.
QB.
I hope he leaves so y'all can see that.
You know what? I wish Tom Brady. You know when Tom Brady actually has receivers. It's funny how he's always in the Super Bowl when he actually has like Gronk and he had Aaron Hernandez. And he had his receipt, and when he actually had Randy Moss, and when he had guys, he always ends up in the
Yeah.
Super Bowl. When he doesn't have
Randy
those guys,
Moss.
he's not there. Okay,
One of the greatest receivers ever, Randy Moss.
so
And that's
You know
because,
that
they got lucky.
Super
You guys
Bowl
all know
appearances,
that
they weren't supposed to be there.
the Giants got lucky as hell. That
The Giants did get lucky.
The Giants got lucky. That
What
helmet
Eli
jacket-
That
Manning
first time-
did to Tom
no, the
Brady
first-
in the Super Bowl was not luck.
Okay, hold up. So who watched both games? The first game was luck. The second game, Patriots choked. I'll say that much.
The
first
helmet
game
catch
was-
was luck. That was
the first game.
Yeah,
that was
that
luck.
was
That luck. That's called determination.
That's not determination. That's luck.
Caught
Have
a
you played
freaking
football?
off of his helmet. Stop it. Stop it.
Hold on, wait a minute. How is it luck that you pin in a football to your helmet and you have one of the strongest safeties in the game trying to
Because
pry it
David-
out of your hands while you falling? That's not luck.
Hold up.
Because David
Hold up.
Tyree,
Barrett.
David Tyree has the body of a JV
Facts,
freshman
Barrett.
women's basketball
And the swole ass Rodney
Okay.
Harrison couldn't pry
That's
the
why
ball
it's
out of his
luck.
hand.
Because it's luck. Because that would never happen again. And David Tyree is trash.
I'm sorry, strength is not luck.
David
people.
Tyree was
Strength
a
is not
horrible
luck.
receiver. No, David Tyree was a horrible receiver that
Chase
never
said
caught
definitely not trying to
anything
leave y'all.
and somehow came up with that catch. He was
Alright.
a horrible special teams receiver that was his biggest moment ever in the world was that one catch. The dude was not a good receiver.
I'm sorry, man.
If it
no.
was like DeAndre Hopkins or if it was like some okay,
No,
so
man.
David Tyree was a horrible
No.
receiver and you know he was.
No,
You know
it
he was a
doesn't
bad
matter. The fact of the matter is that it was a play
Dude retired
about
at
skill
26,
at
man.
that
He was
point.
trash.
It didn't matter, bro. Y'all not gonna take that away from that man.
Dude, Dave, okay,
That
you're
man-
trying to tell me David Tyree's a good receiver. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I didn't say he was an excellent receiver.
How is that not?
He
he's
was a
not making
decent
catches
receiver.
Like that normally, he doesn't make.
You know what I
catches
mean?
like that.
I mean, I could go back to when the Steelers beat my Cardinals, and
yo.
and Holmes was.
Can we roll out? Can we roll
Yeah.
out?
Anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for
Anyway,
watching.
thank you.
This guy Barrett is a fraud when it comes.
No,
to
you
certain
are
things.
fraud.
Yo,
You
you're a
want
fraud.
Tom Brady on your team? Fraud. You are not a real 49er fan. You are a damn fraud till I want Tom Brady on my
you
team.
want Brady over your own QB. That's kind of.
What kind of
Yo,
man
y'all
is
want
that?
Garoppolo? Come get him. Y'all want Garoppolo? Come get Garoppolo.
Hey, if
No, I'm-
the Giants
I'm
were to
good
take
with Kyler
Garoppolo,
Murray
we'd be
right
in
now. I'm
Yeah,
sitting
yeah,
good.
you're
Bowl.
good.
That's
Yeah,
all I know.
you'll take this little midget Kyler Murray over Garoppolo. That's how bad. That's what tells you about Garoppolo. You'll take this 4'10", 4'5"
What's
Kyler
he
The
got?
Murray.
rookie of the year. You damn right. The rookie of the year.
You will
You're
take
damn
Kyler
right.
Murray. Literally, Kyler Murray looks like he works like at Best Buy. Okay, he looks like he works at Best Buy. You'll take that. That guy is literally better than Garoppolo, and he's a rookie that's barely 5 foot. I think he's 5'10". Barely.
Chat says ban OJ.
Barely 5 foot. Barely 5'10".
OJ frauding like a mug right now.
5'10".
Bruh.
That looks like he works at Best Buy. You will take him over Garoppolo, a guy that's been to Super Bowl. What does that tell you about Garoppolo?
You can't talk. He's
Sorry.
taller than you.
I'm just saying.
He's 6'2".
I'm not an NFL.
No, that's a stream. You got
I'm
your
not an NFL quarterback. I'm not an NFL quarterback.
Where's your
so-
book, Avedon? Where's the book? Where's your notebook, Avedon? I need to see it.
I'm not an NFL quarterback.
It doesn't matter, man. You up here trying to train in the man that put his blood, sweat, and tears in his team. Oh, washed up 58-year-old. That's like Goldberg winning the title today.
I'm
You
not
up here
an
trying to
NFL
take Tom Brady. Get the hell out of
I'm
here,
not
man.
an NFL quarterback. I'm not an
Outta
NFL
here, man.
quarterback. And like I said, we're literally about the same height. I'm 5'9". He's 5'10". So
You're 5'8". We know you're 5'8", bro.
I'm not 5'8". I'm literally not.
You
I'm
mentioned
actually
you're
5'9".
5'8" like 1,000 times.
OJ, you ain't no
previously.
5'10". Stop
I've been
lying.
following you for
I know
years,
I'm
man.
5'9". I'm 5'9".
You put 10 inches on
Shoes
that
on,
mug.
yeah, I know. I'm 6 foot with shoes on. Don't worry, bro. I understand.
No, DC, you said you're 6'2" on Tinder, my boy. You
No,
lied. You said
six-
you said you're 6'2" on Tinder, and you're not. Okay, I know my height because one, when I was playing football, they would get you to the exact T of how tall you are.
Yeah, and when you have shoes on, you're that height.
When
and
I'm
when
sho-
you're
when I have
laying
shoes on,
down in
I'm-
bed,
no,
height doesn't matter.
When you play football, they get you
All right,
exact-
OJ, you know how we can settle this debate? I asked you to do this 3 times. You haven't done it. Go stand up to that bookcase in your background, and we can determine how tall you are.
That is,
Let's
you
go.
Barrett,
I
let me ask
told
you
you
a
to do
question.
that. You refuse to do it.
Barrett,
Let me see some bookcase in the
because that's
chat.
stupid because of the way that the camera's positioned, and you need to know how tall.
I
the
don't want
bookcase
to. No,
is.
I want to position the camera whatever way you want to.
That's stupid. That doesn't
Go
say
stand.
impossible.
Go stand up to that bookcase in the back. And if you reach the second shelf on the bottom, like what we think you are,
How
you
tall
short
is
as
the
hell.
bookcase? Baron, how tall is the bookcase, Baron?
That bookcase got to at least be 7 to 10 feet tall. Oh, those 3 bookcases
So
right there.
you don't know how tall the bookcase is, but yet you're going to determine how tall I am.
I'll look it up on IKEA. I'll look it up on IKEA and
This man do
Walmart.
not watch forensic files at all. He comes and says it's some height. I don't know what it is, but I can determine something. I don't even know what height.
We just want to see how small you gonna get in the camera by the time you get to that bookcase.
No, both all of you guys. And you think Patrick Mahomes is you think Alex is better than Patrick Mahomes? Stop.
OJ, all you gotta do is get up and take a simple walk right now. It'll be all over
That's
with.
not gonna.
But you
tell
said you about as
it's
tall as the
stupid.
Wii
I'm
U
not
box.
dancing with you. It's dumb.
All we gotta do is see how small you get as further away you get from the camera.
I'm
That's
I'm straight.
OJ gonna be laying on the bottom shelf by the time you get there.
No.
Yo, VC, you a savage, dog.
VC lies about his height, bro. Like VC
Hey,
sister tells
but
women he's 6'3"
I'm
and
actually
shit.
6'1". Hey, you're saying 6'3" now. Now you're over exaggerating.
No, you said 6'2". You literally said that you're 6'2" on your Tinder
On
profile.
Tinder,
you told
yes.
us that.
Tinder,
Oh,
yes.
God.
yes.
Oh, y'all wilding today. Y'all wilding.
Anyway, all right, guys, we done. Take it easy. Have a nice night. Baron doesn't
Peace,
know what the
y'all.
hell he's talking about.
You just
Have a
gotta
nice-
throw that in there.
Have a nice night, guys. Peace out.
Peace,
Astral
y'all.
chain gang, baby.
Man, do you play games?